Hey, so here with Captive Desk Dave to discuss the Rebecca problem.
Hello, Mike, and
Eh,
hello, everybody, and thanks for everybody for stopping by and watching the video. I hope you had a good time, and I appreciated everybody stopping by and all the kind words. I hope I did a decent job. I tried to direct it towards us lay people.
You
Tried to
did
keep it
really good.
simple and basic,
Yeah.
and I left a lot on the editing room floor. And Mike and I figured we could talk about the all the extras at another time because it was just too much to put all into one video. It would have turned into a medical encyclopedia real quick.
Yeah, when it comes to heart evolution, it's a very, very deep subject, and we know a great deal about it. And what really impressed me is one of the papers that I found on heart evolution talks about a cardiologist is talking about how they're applying the ideas from evolution of the heart to an understanding of why our hearts give out when they do, why they don't last an entire lifetime. Sometimes they go bad right out of the gate, and the evolution the evolutionary hypothesis for the heart helps inform them about what goes wrong and why it goes wrong. There are a tremendous amount of really bad design problems in the human heart and in all vertebrate hearts, and in fact, in all hearts everywhere. If you were to design something like that, you would do a much better job than what we have. So that's interesting. So, but
And I was something else I left on the editing room floor is that if there was such a great design for a heart, then why isn't it in everything? Because the best pump would be what everybody wants,
right,
regardless of the size.
yeah, yep, and it's different in every different branch, just almost as if they evolved. We have three chamber hearts in reptiles and two chambers in fishes and earlier animals, and you can see the steps almost looking at extant species with all the different design attempts for the heart, and it's really a very interesting thing. It started out very, very simply as basically the fluid between cells, and then when the muscles started to develop and the organism started to use muscles to move, it ended up squishing these fluids around, and then they could create larger organisms with that got oxygen and nutrients to all the different cells. But all it was muscles squishing a balloon of fluid around, and that's how some animals today still breathe and still get oxygen and
That's
nutrients.
that's your basic insect. Its organs are just filled with a fluid. It's not really blood because
Yeah,
it doesn't have the same attributes as our blood does. But yeah, it's just a fluid, and the heart is just squishing it around, so it just flows around inside the body cavity, and as it flows around, it gets to all the as much as it needs.
yeah,
Now that's also going to sabotage the sci-fi movies because that's another thing that limits insect size. Because when you get to a bigger size, you have to have a more directed circulatory system
right.
to get it to where, especially in something big like an elephant or other large animals, if everything isn't fed really well, it's not going to walk around. The cells are just not going to be fed. So you have to have that pressure as you grow in size. So that's another biological pressure is size. So that's why most of your insects are small.
Yeah, it's all down to physics and diffusion rates. You know how oxygen and nutrients can diffuse through liquids, and they measured all of this, and there's a whole bunch of physics, biophysics behind it, and you can see what's going on. Let's see. Oh, Andrew here. The point is, yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about this. The point is not to show how it did evolve. You can never really know that with certainty. And that is not the point. The point is to show that the claim that X can't possibly evolve is baseless. And that's what they need to do. And that's why I just today got thrown off of Rebecca's evolution forum. And I am done with that dickhead named Rebecca. I am through with her because I shake the dust from my feet.
I chose I chose this T-shirt just for this occasion.
Bite this, right? She can bite me. I went back and forth with her. I can show you the comments because nobody can see them anymore because she threw me off. And you can see where I was asking her to tell me what would be evidence for the evolution of a heart. Because what I think she would tell me, if she was really honest with herself, and she wasn't honest at all, is that Lenski's E. coli experiment should have produced a heart, right? The little bacteria should have pumping hearts by now because it's been 60,000 generations. And her and Sal Cordova are so ignorant of what Lenski is doing and what it's meant to do, they're never going to get their minds around it. They
Yeah,
think
there's no pressure to evolve a heart.
no,
Now, if they would put one on them artificially, then theoretically it would develop a better circulatory system.
right,
If the pressure to again maybe grow or develop a organ like a simple brain or simple eyes, which is what your early flatworms, nematodes, all those kind of things have. As soon as you have that, you have to have something directing the flow of nutrients. It doesn't have to be a heart or a circulatory system. Like you said, it can just squish itself. You know what I mean? If let's say you were a snake-like species, and let's just say you could just coil yourself up and squish yourself, you could theoretically move stuff around without a heart or a circulatory system, as long as you had some kind of fluid inside of you, which again doesn't have to be blood. So she said you have to have blood, a circulatory system, and a heart. You don't need any of those, and you can still be alive.
right. Germania had a stream and I can't find it. I was going to put it up here. Stream, check out my videos. The Germania is here.
He's in the chat. What's up, Ger?
Yeah, he's chilling his own streams. You know,
I liked your latest video. It was well done.
Yeah. Anyway, oh, I got a present in the mail today. This is a wonderful present. I went to the AIG site and I got, why did God make me a girl? And why did God make me a boy?
Oh boy.
And we're gonna
girl.
we're gonna photocopy these, and just to give you a little preview here, let's see if I can find a part about how important it is for girls to be girls and boys to be boys. Oh, and today, boys and girls often wear similar kinds of clothes. So I don't know if you can see that or not. Boys and girls often. Let's see.
Now put some pictures of the founding fathers in there with their little outfits on.
And they have cute little pictures of boys and girls dressed up like a little girl dressed up like a boy. And they say, but there are clothes that are only worn by girls or boys, only. So it is not honoring God for boys to dress in a way where they are trying to look like a girl on purpose. That shows a heart attitude that is rejecting God's design for who God created them to be. And if you go look in the girls' book, they have a little thing for girls about how they shouldn't dress up like boys. And sometimes it's okay for a girl to wear pants, but not very often. We want those little dresses. And one of the reasons we want those little dresses on girls when you're a religious person is it would be this. Now, this is going to scare a few people here, and I apologize in advance. Please turn away if you have if you if you have trouble with content, yeah, like who's this guy? Mr. Dawa, the atheist turned Muslim, right? So it looks like the charge here is trying to have sex with a girl who he knows is between 13 and 16 years old. That's why they want little girls dressed like little girls, right?
I was on that channel, and I have a copy of it on my channel if anybody wants to see it. It's not a very well watched video. I don't think people wanted to see it, but I wasn't on there to make friends. I was called out in the chat the day before, and oh, he won't show up and all this kind of stuff. So the next day when he had his thing, I think it was at 8 o'clock or whatever it was, I was there at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, he took his channel down, I noticed.
It's all gone.
It's all gone. So,
Well, he had a reputation, but I, you got to do innocent until proven guilty. And, sometimes when you're dealing with an ex, things happen. So I waited until things were all sorted out. And it was like late night one night, and I sent messages around to, everybody that knew who he was. Said, "Oh, look, there it is. He pled guilty." They posted it late at night and took everything else down. Yeah, and
yep.
we way late at night, so not many people around or
Yeah,
something, I guess.
pleading guilty to a sexual charge is you don't do that unless the evidence is really, really pretty good, because it's hard to prove these things in court with just one victim, because it's harder to get a conviction. So if he pled guilty, fucker's guilty. Smokey
And to mention, at one time he had a very large atheist following. He had, everybody on R and Roz, all the crowd were all on when he had his atheist channel. And the suspicion was that he converted so that he would have an excuse to mistreat women, I guess, and he would get support somehow, maybe get a pass. That was the suspicion of why all of a sudden he converted. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Conversion stories often have an element of hitting your bottom, of really being in a lot of emotional trouble over something in your life. And there's some interesting psychology that I love to talk about on this channel, but I won't do it today. But it's there.
But Mr. Justin is doing hard time. He's doing 12 years.
Oh, really?
That's hard. That's hard time.
Yeah, that's hard time. Yeah. How many times have these religious public figures been caught doing shit like that? And that's why when they say, "Oh, you atheists just want to sin," the sin is in their head. They're thinking about something that atheists aren't thinking about at all.
That's why I ask believers. They say, "Well, you need to be forgiven." I said, "Well, my conscience isn't bothering me. What's bothering yours?"
Yeah. By the way, Bree and Stephanie and one other person, I forgot the person's name, did a stream today on Skeptic Haven. That's worth watching. That's very good. And
hello, Bree. Always glad.
Hi, Bree.
Always glad. I was up this morning with the Bree as usual.
Oh, I missed this morning. I don't know what I did.
I think I was one of the first ones in there.
Yeah.
Trees and everybody was there this morning. So yeah.
I want to link this video right here. Let's see.
There's Mr. Duke.
Oh, Duke. Yeah, he's babysitting tonight.
Oh, that's awesome.
So anyway, this what happened here? What happened to my YouTube video?
Carol. Hello, Carol. Jur.
Oh, how did I change my YouTube video? That ain't right. Why ain't that right? Something's really wrong. Something's horribly wrong.
We had a little technical difficulty earlier when Mike helped me, and along with Trees, to preview my video, and Trees spotted a little oopsie I had to fix in the graphics, so I appreciated that, and fixed it no problem once I found it.
Yeah, I don't know
But
what
yeah, we were playing no audio, and I was like, oh man, I was so embarrassed. I was like, I got these guys here helping me and no audio, but I figured it out, didn't I, Mike?
Yeah, you
I was
did.
proud of myself. So we
So this
solved it.
is this is Who's Afraid of Gender, Judith Butler's public lecture at the University of Cambridge. And she's got a whole, and I'm not familiar with Judith, and I watched a little bit of this, but she's going through and trying to understand what is going on with the conservative right and their attack on gender and their fear. And she makes a lot of really good points, and she delves into this and she studies this, right? I believe this is what she does. Hard hitting lecture, Who's Afraid of Gender? And I will link that. And I have no idea what went wrong with my StreamYard or my OBS because I'll have to fix it. I'll work on that. But anyway, there's that.
You clicked off, Mike. Can't hear you, Mike.
How about now? Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Now you're back.
I'm back. Okay. Anyway,
What were you saying before you
Oh,
clicked yourself off?
I was saying that she's worth listening to. She
Okay.
does a deep dive on this stuff, and I thought it was pretty. I'm going to watch the whole thing, and anybody that is involved in this crazy conservative raid on gender should
Well,
watch it too.
it has to be something. It's the satanic panic.
That's what she's
It
saying.
that it
Basically.
has to be. They have to have an enemy because they are told in their texts they have an enemy. They have to fight the enemy. The enemy's after them. Find the enemy. Point out the enemy. All these things that it's in their book.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, Judith Butler's they, not non-binary. Okay. Not familiar with. Well, I've seen two videos by Judith Butler in the last few days. So, and
I was editing for the last couple of days in case nobody saw me very much in the chat or anything.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, I've said it before and I'll say it again. People that put the work into editing and making videos and graphics and even shorties like BS Lewis does and everything, it's a lot of work. So
that does have.
I'm not begging for it for myself, but if you watch anybody's stuff where they put graphics and everything in there, give them a thumb and a comment that said, "Wow, I really like that," and because
I know.
they put a lot of work into it.
Yeah, I've tried. Like when I first started, I edited a few videos, and I'm like, holy shit! I spent like 8 hours for about 2 minutes of content. And
Well, Mike knows I was hoping to have it up about 2 days ago, and then
right.
I got to take care of this, Mike, and I got to take care of it. It's coming, Mike.
Yep.
And and then you got to go back through, and like I said, Trees spotted a little graphics glitch that I had to go back in and fix. So you have to rewatch when you think you're all done, and then you're getting tired of watching the dang video.
Yeah. And the thing I was trying to get to, uh, I wonder if this part works. Maybe this part works. Amlight, let me see if that part still works. Maybe everything went to hell on me. It kind of did. Everything kind of went to hell on me. I'm not sure why. Let's see here. Okay, this is part of my exchange with Rebecca. Basically, are you going to block atheists on this channel too? Please give me some warning if you do so that I can save my contents, is what I said. And she said, Mike, I will block whomever I need to block, and I don't owe you any warning. And then she said, and then, let's see, where's the rest of it here? Oh, come on. Oh, production values are us. Here we go. So for some reason, this is showing rather large. Okay,
Hey, and
Since
that's another thing. Don't criticize people for these little technical difficulties,
right,
because even though this stuff is basic and simple, there's a lot of things you got to know and boxes to check and everything and stuff. Give us a break, okay? Please. It's
since you called me dishonest in another comment you wrote this morning, I'm blocking you. Goodbye. So anyway, that's what I got from her. Oh,
and
let's
Mike
see.
and I were talking. We don't think she is um dishonest in the way that she's just out to lie and cheat people. We
Right.
think she's misinformed.
She's lying to herself.
Mhm.
And all I was doing is, okay, I'm asking her what would be evidence for evolution of the heart. And that was the point I kept driving home, and she wouldn't tell me. She kept saying, "Oh, you guys got to solve all your chicken and egg problems." And it's like, no, we don't. No, that's not what we have a hypothesis. And what we're doing is we look at the phylogeny of the and we look at the genetics, and if anything about that says the heart didn't evolve, then we falsified our hypothesis. Well, how do you falsify a story, basically that goes all the way back 4 billion years or 3 billion years? There's a lot of work involved in that, and we're working on that. That's what we're doing. We're testing every little avenue of how the heart evolved, how the chambers evolved, how they split from two chambers into three chambers into four, how the septum ended up there, just the how the muscles evolved, how the nerve system innervated it, and how the veins evolved all together, all at once. And the thing is that every species that had an offspring, at every stage where a change was made to the heart, that heart had to be a working heart. And that's how evolution works. Well, they would have to show us, if they're going to prove God did it, they're going to have to show us something that is absolutely impossible. And they're going to have to show that with scientific evidence. They're going to have to, I don't know how you prove an absolute impossibility in biology, but that's what they would have to prove in order to do it. And they just don't get it.
I use the puzzle analogy for lay people, that if you have a puzzle with a few pieces missing, you still have the macro picture of what it is.
Yeah.
If the dog ate 3 pieces of the puzzle out of 1,000 pieces, and you still put the 1,000 other pieces together, those couple little pieces are missing, and they need to be filled in, and maybe you could get replacement pieces, but you still get the image if it's a forest or whatever kind of puzzle you're
Right.
making.
Right.
And if science has all of these things and they're only missing these couple little pieces, it doesn't detract from the big picture.
Yeah. She made the point. What did she? She made a point about uh, it could. I mean, God could have used the same genes, right, in these different lines, right? But then He could have done it any way He wanted to. He could have used entirely different genes. And
And she's saying God used evolution,
oh,
right? Well,
uh,
maybe God just used all these different genes to do that, and then evolved to this and evolved to that,
right,
and then
evolved to
later,
that, right? Yeah,
see it, and behind it, yeah, you're just saying, and then okay, God used evolution.
yeah,
God just sits back and lets evolution do everything. Okay,
right.
once again, we don't need God, because she's almost implying that these things are set into motion and biology takes over, right?
Right.
That was underlying in some of the things she was saying, because she's trying to say, it's like what Ken Ham and the rest of them had to concede finally, is there are some things you can't deny without looking absolutely ridiculous, even
Right.
even though Noah's Ark and everything is ridiculous. But beyond Noah's Ark, they couldn't deny like the dinosaurs anymore, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they have to then fit it in. So that's what she's doing. She's saying, well, I can't deny stuff that like maybe even Sal accepts, right?
Right.
I have to keep that. And then just say God did that.
Yeah.
And that is backing up to like more of a William Lane Craig position, where God kind of set things into motion, and
Yeah.
he only stepped in for certain things like with Jesus. Otherwise, he's hands off.
I could develop the same story for some little green men from another galaxy about how they created us. And they created us on purpose. And every million years or so, they stopped in and they modified the genetics a little bit and they killed a few things and they saved a few things. They made a few tweaks. And like at one point, they backed a starship up and they unloaded a whole lot of eukaryotic organisms into the ocean. That got it started. They checked back in a million years. They said, "Oh, we got to correct the course a little bit." Or I can make up a story that Santa Claus did it. That Santa Claus, was a creature that lived on the North Pole, and he decided he needed some children to deliver presents to. And every time you come up with a science fact that doesn't match my narrative, I'll just change my narrative. And then I'll fucking, refuse, like dishonest Rebecca, lying Rebecca. I will refuse to answer any questions. I will only ask questions. I'll put the entire burden on you. And then my narrative will sound like, ooh, how could that evolve? How could that happen? How could this happen? It's like
And
it's just
one and
peeling the nonsense.
one of the biological pressures is predators and diseases. So
Yeah.
horrible things, as if you want to look at it from a moral perspective, these horrible things drive evolution, which better uh, help other species survive. So it's just I don't see where any design or good or any of those kind of excuses are involved in that at all. I can accept the argument that like a deistic God or something, that here's all the ingredients, poof, I just blow it out in the universe, and then he sits back with his popcorn and he watches, right? Beyond that, though, it doesn't make any sense, because everything seems to be, we were talking about before, everything seems to be emergent, from the Big Bang to galaxies to planets to life on the planets. So
Sydney, I just made you a moderator so you can put a link out there. And anyone else wants to be a mod on my channel, I'm very, very generous with moderator privileges. Just ask and you'll get it. Unless your name is Otangelo, you'll get it. Or Rebecca now. She's on my list. So,
oh, and if anybody's been wondering, it looks like Otangelo's been writing a new book.
yeah.
He's going to be on SJ's channel in September talking about his new book. So
Ooh,
I'm sure everybody is on the edge of their seats.
Yeah. Yeah, his quote mining book. Like the last time it was like 90% quotes, I think his last book. And he just goes on and on. He said, yeah, I get links from him twice a week on his Cat's Board channel and all that stuff. Should I open up the room, Dave?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. And anybody wants to talk about heart stuff, Mike and I were talking that we'll do some more talking about expanding some more conversations about the heart evolution, because Mike dove head deep and was reading all kind of stuff, weren't you, Mike?
Yep, I like to go deep on these things. I love a challenge about how did this evolve, because I mean I can figure out enough with by reading 6 to 10 papers, so that when I go to bed at night, I can sit there with a tube, a little tube worm with some muscles, and I can walk myself all the way through. And of course, I'm imagining this, right? Because scientists use imagination. I don't know if that's a fucking news flash.
Watch out, Ken Hovind will get a clip.
Right. You can imagine every step of the way. And if you can imagine it and you can't falsify any of those steps, then I'm sorry, we're going to go with the hypothesis until somebody falsifies the hypothesis. So that's the way science works. These creationists, they they think science is another apologetic for them. That's what they've done. They've commandeered the science as much as they can, and they've cherry picked, and they do nothing but provide a narrative for that audience that wants to so hard to believe. I mean, they want to believe that they're the special God's special little children, the young earth creationists, that know more than those woke pastors and all those other churches. They know more than those woke Catholics or those unwoke Muslims. I think they're unwoke. I'm not sure. But
Well, and see, the thing is, I went on I went on Justin's channel and I went on Hamza's channel. I've been on 2 Muslim channels,
yeah,
and they use the same exact arguments that I hear in from a Kenham or a Hovind follower or anything else. They're
yeah,
using the same exact ones. They wanted to know, well, where does this come from? 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 And I got all the way back with them. I'm saying, well, most of the elements are forged in stars. Well, what's the chemical formula? And I'm like, well, I don't know, man. I said, why don't you Google it real quick? I'm sure they got a molecular diagram of what carbon or whatever he was asking is, and what, I don't have to Google some. So as soon as we were done, first thing I did was Google it and put it in the comments section. I said, here you go. Here's the molecular diagram for that molecule or element or whatever you're asking for. It took me like 5 seconds. Okay.
that's all
I
they.
don't have all that in my head. I mean, I'm not a chemist or anything, but bam, and the great thing nowadays is you can look up these basic things. Is there a chemical formula for this? Has somebody found one? Sure enough. Do you have to know anything about it? No, but at least the scientists know what this is. There's the formula for it. That's, if you can accept that, then if you can't, you're just lost, because you're just denying what is. And there gets to be a point where you just have nothing else to say.
Yep.
If there was
Hello, Andrew.
If there was no Big Bang and God created the universe, have a fondness for adding lots of hydrogen to it for some odd reason.
Yeah, you had a thing for hydrogen. Anyway, if you just type in how did X evolve, it'll start out. Well, I've got AI turned on here, so it basically gives you the AI version of your question, and then it goes on, and it has link after link after link. And if you go to Google Scholar and ask the same question, you'll find millions of diagrams. There's like diagrams up the ass here.
Paper after paper after paper.
Paper after paper after paper. I mean, it just goes on and on. You can see all the details and all the work they've done on how the heart evolved. And you can read for months. In fact, you could devote your entire life to this. Oh, I like this one, the evolution of the heart.
I spent 2 days reading stuff, just collecting notes for my video. And yeah, wow. Yeah, there's plenty to read. There's plenty to, and I was going for, what you would call the top line stuff. You know what I mean? So I was looking for big names and big school names, all that kind of stuff, And there's just
I commented this sorry.
There's a really interesting video on PBS Eons called "The Evolution of the Heart: A Love Story," and they tie it in to this feeling you get when you fall in love, and part of that feeling comes from the operation of your heart. And it's really interesting. It's called A Love Story, and they explain how the evolution of the heart is related to the feeling that you get when you fall in love, which
That's
is
actually
really cool.
The video she reviewed, I think.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
She
of
didn't
course,
link
like
it.
I was saying in the comments, she didn't go over 3/4 of
Yeah.
You get that warm, fuzzy feeling in your chest. So yeah, when you're swoon.
Oh, is this the same video that you reviewed? Yeah, I guess it is, isn't it?
Speaking of being swoon, I'm married 34 years this weekend.
Congratulations and happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Here's an actual little historical fun fact. At one point, we didn't actually know what the purpose of the heart was. Like, I forget his name. Harvey something was his last name. Like before that, they didn't know what the heart was there for. They thought blood just continuously circulated throughout the body, and there wasn't like a I think they thought it was like continuously being generated from the liver, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they had some interesting ideas back then. But yeah, it was only fairly recently, century-wise, that we discovered how the circulatory system works.
Yeah, and they thought the brain was there to cool the blood, right? At one point. That the
Yeah,
brain
yeah.
was the
Some
radiator.
people thought the heart was the center of intelligence, not the
See?
brain.
That's why I don't have any hair up there, because my brain runs a little hotter than people with hair. So anyway.
I've
Oh,
It's a girl.
I still got hair, so
We love violence, girl. You
there's
got any
I'll let-
violence?
hello,
I
girl.
get I'll put my hair down. There you go. I said I got
Oh, that is hello hair.
That is nice.
Oh, nice.
Very
I
nice,
got
Dave.
hair.
And
Hello,
nice
Very
Gert.
nice. How much?
Hello, Mr. Gurr. Good to see you.
Hey, Mr.
Good to
Girl.
see you. It's good to see you, Dave.
I
It's good to see-
enjoyed your
Oh.
latest video. It was
Oh,
well
thank you.
done.
I appreciate that. I don't know how or why, but my last video completely broke all the previous records I had. The
Really?
most viewed, quickest sub count increase, and just all kind of stuff. It's not like
Was this the
viral,
William
but
Lane
compared
Craig one?
yes, it's not
Okay.
a viral video by any means, but compared to my other videos, it is like the first. I think it's been up for 6 days. The last video that I posted, like the most, what's the word I'm looking for? The most viewed video I've posted in a matter of 6 days of the timeline was like 700 views, but this one is at 4.7 thousand views. And I don't know what happened.
Wow.
It's just the algorithm was like, you know what? We'll suggest this video.
What
So,
channel? What channel is it on? I can't find it on your Gur streams. Is it
It's
on
a
your
Gurmania, not Gershons.
the Gurmania channel?
Sucks. Yeah,
No,
Gurmania's
Gur-
sad.
Yeah, the
Gurmania.
other one's where he has his videos.
Holy shit! 8.2K views.
Yeah, and I just posted
Wow.
it a few days ago. I think it was on Monday. And I've never had a video get. I have videos that have a little bit more views than that, but these videos have been out for months, if not years. Whereas this one's already.
One
taken
of
off.
those was mine.
Yes, probably so.
Was it by any chance one of his cosmology videos, or was it a different argument?
No, it was more the philosophical, theological ones. You know me.
Yeah,
Andrew.
I thought
can't
so.
science.
I was just curious.
He had some cool graphics on it and everything.
I appreciate it. It took me the last two videos I made. I spent way more time than I would like to admit on the
That's what
graphics.
we were just talking about it before we started. I was Mike and I were kind of talking back and forth on this video I just made, and I was hoping to have like 2 days ago, but then it's like, oh, hey, hang on, Mike, I gotta do this and I gotta do this.
Right.
Then even
Yeah.
today they helped me preview it, and Trees spotted a little graphics boo-boo, so I had to go back in and fix that. So.
Oh, yes. On one video, there's
Oh,
been
no.
one video that I know of that has a typo, and it drives me up the wall that I have a typo in my video. And it's another video, a somewhat recent video, where the images that I, put together, I stole from other YouTube videos and other websites, but made it my own. There's a part where it just freezes for like 5 seconds straight, and it drives me up the wall that I did not catch that until it was already put out to the
It's the opposite with me. I see people or titles of videos or whatnot that do it. How did you not catch that?
What is it?
I try to ask my wife or my son, and I appreciate them because sometimes they're like, but could you please, give another set of eyeballs and check my spelling and stuff.
I've noticed what helps me is I don't know what it's like on PC because I'm a Mac guy since 2016, I think. I will highlight whatever I'm typing out if I'm doing a script for a video or what have you. I'll highlight it and then I'll click speech, so it'll read back to me what I said. And if I put a word in the wrong place, like I use too many thes, verbatim, or if there's a typo, I will hear it I close my eyes. I don't look at the script. I just listen to it. And if the word is out of place or misused or what have you, I usually catch it that way.
Now the question is, do you use the traditional yellow or a different color?
Oh, you said, do I use yellow or what?
I said, never mind. I was making a joke.
Boo! No, I'm just kidding.
We just had the firehouse empty out. I got a firehouse over here, and it just emptied out.
So I
No,
linked.
This is
linked-
random.
I linked your video and Stephanie's video in the description. So what is
You
it
know
about?
what, Speed? You're all right. I don't care what every single person I know of says about you. You're all right, Speed. No, I'm just kidding. Speed, I just want to say I haven't seen your Saturday Night at the Atheist streams in 2 years now?
Yeah, right. It's been a while.
First
Well, it's been a
Sonata
year
for a while.
anyway. First Sonata for a while.
I'm gonna turn Mike into a night owl yet.
No, what did it is Rebecca got my blood pressure up because she blocked me, right?
Well,
The
she
heart
didn't
is
block me,
pumping.
so I have no hard feelings for her. I might be biased, maybe a little bit.
Hey, even though I have a little bit of an attitude, I was still I think fairly civil in my video. So
Yeah,
I believe it.
More civil
never
than I
showed me a
intend to
thumb.
be in the future.
I try. A lot of times I take words out and think, no, I'm trying not to be antagonistic. I'm trying to be fair as I can be. So
Yeah.
I try to do the same, Dave. So I feel you.
I try not to cuss, and I don't smoke or anything online. And I try to have some scruples.
Some scruples.
My own scruples.
I forgot to pin my link. Yeah, I'm.
But I do appreciate people that go out there and just, tell people off. We need the boisterous people out there as well.
I guess we need both kinds of people, huh?
Yeah.
I just took a different route. But if you notice, my partner with my show, The Grassman Chronicles, is Look at the Trees.
I'm the
And
grass man.
Look at the Trees is a little more aggressive. So I think we complement each other very well.
So
I
nothing.
mean, it probably can depend on the person too, like how they're feeling each day.
Well, we've talked a lot doing the show and everything, and it's really cool getting to know him and everything, and talking off, texting and emailing and stuff. It's really cool getting to know him and everything. And we have a lot of fun doing the show. So, and just so everybody knows, this month's show falls on my birthday.
Oh.
So
Oh, nice.
I'm going to do something special, and I'm going to give away a t-shirt, and we're going to have a little game to play that trees help make up. And I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. You got to watch the show last Sunday of the month, and we're going to give away a t-shirt to somebody that gets the right answer.
Oh, cool.
Something fun.
Yep.
Very nice.
And we're covering Scotland because my grandfather was an immigrant. So I thought, because it's my birthday, so we're going to cover Scotland, and we're going to do 3 beasties from Scotland. So
It's
it should be a
nitty.
lot of fun.
We got a nitty in the background.
What? Nitty!
Hey,
Got a nitty.
Hello, Nitty.
Nitty's my
How you
favorite.
guys
Don't tell
doing?
anyone I said that, Nitty. But you're my
Nitty was
favorite.
showing off his Lego collection last night. Very
True.
impressive. A lot of cool stuff. I enjoyed
Mm.
looking at your collection with you.
Oh,
Thanks.
you
I
have
hate
a
to tell you this, Gur, but we're live.
Ah, damn
Yeah,
it.
we're live. Girl.
I would like to retract that from the record. But really, Nitty is my favorite. I'm telling you.
But I've branched out. I've taken on Ken Ham a couple times. I've taken on Rebecca a couple times.
you
And
slice
I-
that ham.
I took on the Hawaiian shirt man, and I wore my Hawaiian shirt. Gave me an excuse to wear my Hawaiian shirt. So
You know,
I've branched
Oh,
out,
sorry.
picking picking the battles here to cover things that have really been bugging me for a long time. And
Don't
that
spread yourself
Hawaiian
too
shirt
thin.
guy thing. Now that deck of cards thing was bothering me for a long time, and I figured it would be a good addition to my science video series I'm working on. Did you see it, Andrew?
Yeah, I was there for part of that premiere.
That's right. You were there. That's right. Okay, yeah, that's part one, and yeah, we got a couple more to do. We're gonna flood the earth and everything too. So
Like
those
goddamn,
are
amazing.
coming.
Flood the earth. Kill
Yeah,
all
you
those
got-
pregnant
Flood
Some
the
of the-
algorithm.
Yeah.
Some of these things I've just got in my notebook that have just bugged me for so long, and I just had to do the card thing because it was really bugging me.
This is random, but speed.
Yeah.
I was looking at your description
Oh,
box
Dr.
here,
Dan.
Yeah.
and although you linked a very good video from yours truly, that is actually an old video.
That's not the right one.
I mean, I still think you should keep it there in the description box because it's from yours truly.
Well,
But the one that I have is
Mister.
called William Lane Craig, whom I'm telling you, I said William. I'm gonna start calling William Lane Craig, William Lane Ham. And ever since I said that, I completely screwed myself up because every time I search for him, I accidentally add Ham instead of Craig at the end of his name. I kid you not. I've tried to correct it, but I can't stop doing it.
so
Wait.
what is the
You've
right
only
video?
yourself to blame, girl.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
If you
that's
go
Gur's
to my
stream.
channel, Germania,
Germania.
hashtag
Okay.
best channel ever, with the exception
I was-
of nudity.
I was
and
looking at my
capitalized.
history, but I watched so many videos recently doing my thing. I'm
Oh, William Lane Craig exposed.
Yeah, that's a good thumbnail, isn't it? I spent
Yeah.
an ungodly amount of time, no pun
Yeah,
intended.
but you got
on
more
that damn
views on
thumbnail.
the other one. This one only has
Yeah, well,
4
the
points.
one that you linked is one that's been out there for a while, and I think it is my most viewed video. But the William Lane Craig video has been out for less than a week, and has gotten the
There it is.
second or third most viewed. And I don't know how that is or why it happened, but the YouTube
Hey, Steph.
algorithm just blessed me. Hey,
He's
Steph.
not-
Yeah, hi, Stephanie. So, Stephanie, do you know anything about this? That PhD I linked, Professor Butler?
Butler. You know about Butler? It's
That is the name, right? Did I get the name right, Stephanie? Let's see here. I'm trying to find it. I have so many. Oh, Judith Butler. So, do you know anything about Judith?
Judas. Who the hell is Judas?
Can we hear you, Stephanie?
I think she's muted.
You're muted for
I think
some
she's
reason.
muted on her end.
I think she's talking to somebody else.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
No, she's not muted.
She said, "Hold on."
She's figuring it out.
She's figuring.
Something's
She's
going
figuring
on.
it out.
Yeah.
She'll figure it out.
Yeah. We were talking
There
about
we
technical
go.
difficulties, right?
Yeah. So Judith Butler, what do you know about Judith Butler?
She's a professor. She's a professor of literature and philosophy at the University of California at Berkeley,
Okay.
and she's written several books on the topic of gender.
Okay.
She's really quite brilliant. She's really
Yeah.
quite brilliant.
Yeah, I linked her. This video came up on my feed today, along with a couple other videos by them. And
She takes the Pope to task in one of the more recent videos that I've seen.
yeah, cool stuff. Anyway,
He has I'm sorry, I'm doing it too. They received their PhD in philosophy from Yale University in 1984. They're the author of several books: Subjects of Desire, Hegelian Reflections in 20th Century France, Gender Trouble, Feminism and the Subversion of Identity, 1990, Bodies That Matter on the Discursive Limits of Sex, sex being in quotes, 1993. Whole bunch of stuff.
yeah,
She's,
Frames of War, Precarious Life, Bodies That Matter, Undoing Gender, Gender Trouble, just all kinds of stuff. That's a really good resource, I think. So I will check them out. I'm still having trouble getting my mind around the they them because of the plurality and because I'm 72 years old and there's a lot of rewiring to do, you know.
Well, it's accepted usage and has been since Shakespeare's day. So it's,
Yeah, but they forgot to tell me that. They forgot to tell me that when I was a little boy. Yeah, right. They,
Yeah.
They did not tell me. They did tell me.
Well, you do it yourself, I'm sure.
They did me. They did tell me why God made me a boy, though. They told me that.
Yeah.
And,
Wow.
yeah, this is just. I'm going to photocopy these things with my. I've got a little device for photocopy or for taking pictures of books, and we're going to read this thing because there's some shit in here. There is some fucking crap.
You want some help, Mike? You let me know. You know, I like Ken Ham as much as you do, so just let me know.
Oh my God, this shit is just—it's just gotten under my
terrible
skin lately. The right losing their shit over gender now, and they just lost their shit over pride, and they recovered from that, and now they're back on the gender thing, and they're going nuts, and it's reaching down and touching people that I know and love. It's kind of amazing how much bullshit is out there, and the thing is that it's indicative of a bigger sickness in this country.
Leo.
Leo, boy, you must have gotten sick of jail too.
Real fast. I've never been tired after a discussion, and I've gone rounds with Otangelo and LPP. And anyway, I'm not going to throw this discussion off. Let's talk about gender. That's better than talking about fascism with Jill.
Now that you brought it up, Leo, you brought it up, but I've been reaching out to John Maddox via email, and I have heard nothing back from him, which is unusual. He has disappeared off the fucking planet. And I even searched arrest records in.
That was my idea just now.
I'll research them.
Yeah. Go anyway.
Wild Brie appears,
but I can't find. I searched obituaries.
So you got no response from him, Speed?
Jesus Christ!
No,
nothing. Damn in German. I might start using.
It's about 12 hours since I last seen Brie.
Yeah, we were doing something very similar.
About 12 hours.
It says a lot from, like, I've only had like 2 interactions with John Maddox. And when you said he's disappeared, my first inclination was, have you checked arrest records?
I did check the arrest records. So what town was he from? I forgot for some reason.
Somewhere in the South.
Nashville, right?
Nashville.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
If John Maddox was a superhero, he would be the Hulk because he's always angry.
Hey, Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garrett, do you remember the discussion we had with him on your channel that one night?
Yes, it was so. I've never seen him so pissed off before. That's so accepted.
John Maddox did call me pretty, though.
Of course he did.
Good.
Well, because it's an objective fact.
Why do you think right wingers hate trans people so much? Because they're prettier than all their fucking ugly wives. I'm seeing this trans woman and she's really hot. That makes me angry.
Dude, I mean, on average, do trans people have all their teeth?
I think so.
Your latest photo shoot on Facebook was well done there, Bree.
Oh, that does no.
You looked
Front
really
teeth,
good.
What's that?
Your latest photo. I'm sorry. Your latest photo shoot was great on that I saw on Facebook.
Oh, thank you.
He's at the University of Alabama.
Really good.
I need to get back on Facebook. I'm missing.
Here's Johnny on LinkedIn. Here's Johnny
executive editor, serious podcast consultant.
Yeah, but he
I
has
just laugh harder with each one.
He's been a serial entrepreneur.
Wait, scroll back up. Scroll back up. Scroll back up. Scroll back up. No, hold on. Look where it says. Highlight it. Nashville Plan B.
Plan B. Yeah, there you go. Plan B. You get that at the drugstore, right?
And that is the most generic photo that I have totally seen like 15 times on Google before myself.
It looks like something you get off a Dream site or Shutterstock. Just like the most generic looking photo. possibly I've ever seen.
You know, out of all the apologists, though, I kind of understand John Maddox's position, well, to an extent, because he says he had like something happen to his brain.
Okay, no,
was
straight
like-
up. Who's hitting the bong? Because I'm next.
That was
All right.
Gurr.
I'm just beer. Just
I bet
I
I
don't-
know who it was. Yeah.
I don't party on.
Why when I'm not
Oh, and
high,
I got the.
does my
Should I get the
life-
bumblebee out?
So in Minnesota, I can do that legally now if I.
So do you?
No, I don't smoke.
Fucking-
cannabis.
Wow.
What if I bring a big fat
Ooh.
sack with me when I come visit you?
THC is for wussies.
Hey, no, seriously though, when is that gonna be? Because I can just stay at my aunt's house.
August
You
1st.
said it was. You
August
said
1st.
it was last week, right?
Yeah, last
Oh.
week. Yeah.
Who?
Well-
What? What
Well,
was
Bree mentioned it like it hadn't happened yet. Damn it, Bree.
Yeah,
What happened?
What
you can
happened?
have-
Yeah.
you can have up to 2.5 pounds in your house, and you can have 2 ounces on you. So
By the way, speaking of traveling, I think this is a really good time to announce because there's a lot of people here that I care about, and I care about this channel, and I kind of wanted to announce it on this channel. I was invited by James Coons of Modern Day Debate to appear at this year's Debate Con in Dallas,
Oh,
Texas. He will be
awesome.
paying the round trip flight. Actually, I shouldn't
Wow.
reveal all that information. So you know that he will be paying for the round trip flight, and that's all he will be paying for. I have to pay for everything else.
nice.
That's awesome, dude.
So
did
we're
you,
gonna-
did you let him know that you'll need to be bringing me as your consultant?
Yeah, we're gonna need room for my consultant. I don't. She's also my lawyer, and I don't travel anywhere without her. So, like,
You'll be like
That's your
fear of
attorney.
loathing right there.
she's also my
Your-
consigliere. So we got to consider that in there too.
Yeah.
I carry her in my pocket.
Do you, you have any word on what else the lineup is going to be there, Leo?
I do not. I don't think James has released a full lineup yet. I think he's still probably in the works of getting everybody he's going to have there. But there's 2 potential people I could debate. I could be debating Chud Logic on a topic similar or along the lines of has the left gone too far? I wouldn't mind that. But this next one I am vying for so hard, and I'm going to mention to James that it's the one I really, really want. So I don't
What?
care that MDD hosts Nazis. We all should, and BTFO them so fucking hard that nobody wants to be a Nazi ever again. I have no problem with hosting Nazis. They can come onto my channel and I will BTFO them. Anyway, the one I really want is I could potentially be debating Destiny on Marxism.
Oh,
Ooh,
Well, that would be
wow.
interesting.
yeah, that's
I would like.
that would
So
be a
yeah,
good
there's
one.
that announcement.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's awesome, Leo. Glad to hear it.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I'll be watching.
God, I pray to the gods that I don't believe in that I get to debate Destiny on Marxism.
You're like,
Dude,
God,
please.
if you let me
Please.
debate Destiny, I'll believe in you and I will worship before you. God, please. Let it
Say-
happen.
This is the one thing. You do this thing and I will know you are real.
I got your back, God, if you just do this one fucking thing.
Say 3 all hail Bigfoots before you go to bed.
There you go.
I have nearly the same prayer request, but with Trump going to jail. So I don't know, guys. If it happens, I'm gonna have to delete my channel.
I got to be really honest here. I don't think platforming absolutely horrendous people does anything for them. And I think that Michael Jones' debate with Daniel Hakikachu was that earlier this year is evidence for that. Nobody can say that only in virtue of MDD platforming him to like pretty much defend child pedophilia, that was good for him. It wasn't. He got so badly just mollywopped by Michael Jones' inspiring philosophy. It wasn't even funny.
Oh,
Literally,
yeah.
even Muslims were talking about how bad that was. So I just don't believe that. I believe that when people see stupid ideas just get blown so far out of the water that the world's greatest team of astronomers with the James Webb Space Telescope wouldn't even find it does them no good.
Michael Jones fucking killed it in that debate.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Oh
it.
my, that was a murder, dude.
Now I
He
wanna watch
murdered Hakikachu.
I don't always watch all the debates, but I'm not going to tell somebody what to do on their channel. So
Yeah.
Well, I will say that debate with Michael Jones and that whatever the fuck that dude's name was. My God, it was so good.
Daniel Fat Pikachu. Daniel with the squeaky
Right.
shoe.
if I see something and I don't want to watch it, I don't want to watch. I don't watch.
Daniel
it.
Hot Steamy
I
Poo.
watch something else.
Hot steamy poo. There you go.
Yeah, it is a two-way instrument. You know, you can close down the browser, go to another channel, go outside,
Incognito
take a
mode.
walk, mow the lawn, any number of things you can do aside from watching something that drives you up the goddamn wall. So, there's
Rebecca.
that.
I was saying the other day, I think some people develop attitudes with people because they watch their stuff too much.
Oh yeah.
If you watch a news channel too much, a YouTube channel too much, you're just going to get to that point where you just start taking notes on every last word they're saying.
Yep.
And yeah, it's
That reminds me so
you need
much
some
of
breathing room.
on Twitter, also known as X for some fucking dumb reason. Decoding Fox News is like, I don't get on Twitter all that much, but I have a secret Twitter that I do get on. And Decoding Fox News is such a treat because this woman just devours way too much Fox News, but she always has so much fun that comes out of it because she watches it, and it is amazing.
Yeah.
I do have
Twitter out there.
I do have to say really quickly though to Dan in the chat, he is technically right. The platforming does way more than actually platforming them and BTFOing them, so he is correct there. But I got to give him props, dude. The way he goes off on these dumbass bigots on Twitter is so glorious. Oh my god, I love reading those. Every time I see a thread where it's creation myth, I'm like, oh, I'm reading this shit.
Hey, Danny's here.
And I was just about to say to
Creation
I
myth.
think it was Dave's point. That there's times where it's like I'm in a discussion and in my head I'm like, I've been watching way too many Jack Gang Strike videos.
Right?
Yep.
Except I've never done that though. I've never done the right thing, right?
That's good though. That's good when you know that you gotta, when you tell yourself, man, I've watched too much of this.
Right.
Right?
That's good. You're still with us. It's when you keep watching past that point.
Right?
Well, when
I didn't ask you that, right?
when I get to the point when I get to the point where I start doing transcripts and going through them and editing them, right? There's something fucking wrong here.
I read it 2 or 3 times, so I'm just as guilty.
How did hearts evil? What really pisses me off is when somebody like Rebecca puts up stupid like that, right? And then I try to engage with her, and then she blocks me.
You got to play the short, Mike. You got to play the short.
Oh, the short. Where's
The topic of hearts, right? I was just reading about monitor lizards and why they're so much more advanced than other lepidosaurs, and they have the reptiles where they have the 2-chambered heart, or 3. Was it 3 chamber in 3 chambers?
3 chambers. Yeah.
Is what's that?
Most of them have 3.
It's 3 chambers, yeah, and
Yeah,
they have like
I think like crocodiles and stuff have 4, don't they?
Yeah, the Darenids have a semi 4th chamber, so it allows them to keep their blood flowing without flooding their system.
I read a lot of heart stuff this week.
Yeah.
Rebecca,
I'll let you play your Rebecca thing. Go
Rebecca
ahead.
didn't block you because you're a ass kisser, girl. You fucking brown nosing motherfucker.
Yeah, right. What did Kenny call you, Gur? The kitten?
I don't know what
atheist?
you're talking about.
He called you the kitty cat
I don't know what you're
of
talking
atheists.
Can I get an amen?
A kitty cat of atheists. Oh, so Gur is the kitty cat.
So,
By the way, to Carol in the chat, I do think Pine Creek is a danger to trans people in virtue of the tens of thousands of people on his platform and the kind of language that he uses and the characterizations he uses with respect to trans people. I think it's dangerous.
Is there a way to seek on shorts? Or do you have to just fucking put up with
Yeah,
it?
I think you just got to let it play through.
you just gotta let it play.
God, I hate that.
That's
Anyway,
one
I
thing.
think
Listen,
insofar as I think Doug's approach is that reasonable, nice guy thing,
Yeah.
and I think that's what makes him particularly dangerous.
I ask
Yep.
everybody to watch this shorty here and ask if this seems
Shorty.
rational.
Okay, see if you can.
Oh, no.
I think I'm at
Unmuted.
the end of it. We'll see.
Some version of an organ for circulating blood has evolved in at least 3 major groups.
Three separate lineages just happened to develop an organ to pump blood.
Oh, she's actually kind of pretty without makeup.
And they just so happened to develop also many other complex features that they share in common, completely separately.
What an amazing story. I'm sure there has to be evidence for that.
In order to find the oldest heart that has managed to survive time, you'd have to go back all the way to Cambridge.
Why is this going so fast? I can barely understand it.
I was just
I know.
wondering, is this sped up?
I don't think so.
It still has its insides.
No, she's.
You
trying
should
to
still
be,
click those 3 dots and see.
She's trying to be funny.
Important organs, like its eyes and brain.
Telling me that you found a 500 million year old fossil of a heart does nothing to tell me how a complex organ like a heart could have possibly evolved. But that's the story that you're being asked to believe.
Studying fossils isn't systems chemistry.
Do you really believe that?
Get ready.
What's with the no makeup and the hair all messed up? What? I've never seen.
Oh, you don't like bed? You don't like bedheads, Dave? Oh, come on. That's when they're at their
I
bed.
thought she looked cute. What are you guys talking about?
I was just wondering if it was intentional or if she just like had a bad night and decided to make a really crazy looking video.
It's all black and white, so there you go.
But I do got to say, like, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
The going all yellow thing like that, she got some kind of software program or something. She was playing
she
with
was
all
just
the tools.
inspired by Brett Keane to do the in your basement, black and white, low contrast.
Should be sipping on
Evolution.
But I do.
This
Whatever happened
this
to that
heart
guy?
thing, though, is pretty. It's pretty self-evident. With morphology, we can actually trace the development of the heart or the of vertebrates through all the different stages of development, right? Just like we can trace the development of lungs.
Yep.
Across.
That's what I did.
He did it beautifully, on his channel. That was really well put together, Dave. Real nice.
Thank you very
It
much.
was. Yeah.
That was very good.
Wait, there was a good video that I didn't see? What?
You didn't watch it?
Wait.
Oh my god. It's linked in my description, Leo.
Okay, I'll go
Took me the better part of 3-4 days to edit it all. So
yeah, editing is a
you better
pain in
watch
the
it,
ass.
Leo.
Oh, here it is in my fucking feed. Response to Moldy Bread.
Yep.
You are.
Oh,
Dave,
shit.
I agree. Editing.
I got
is
creative.
process.
Yeah.
Hey,
Save to watch later.
It took
I
4
recommend
layers.
editing
it took
templates.
Yep, it took 4 layers to make moldy bread in that video. So it's a lot of work.
I understand your pain, Dave.
Yeah, you don't need a heart. You just need to believe.
Just believe.
But I was proud of myself. I'm getting
How-
way better at
Wait.
editing and figuring out when things go wrong, how to get around it and correct it, and how to edit it and everything. And I'm a lot more relaxed when I record now because if I screw up, I just go blah, 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 clear it out.
I'm still learning.
I
that.
say redo. I give
After
a couple
5
seconds.
years.
And I just start in again, then I just clip it out. So
I do the
I'm getting
same
a lot
when
more
I'm
comfortable.
when I'm recording. Yep. If I fuck up, I'll just pause for like 3 seconds so I know where it's at, and then start the sentence over again.
Same goddamn.
But that's the cool
It's
thing
the
about
same.
recording when you're not live.
It takes the pressure off, because at
Here's
first I
the-
was like trying to
the-
be so perfect, and then I realized, wait a minute, I can just edit it. So
But
The
editing.
the thing I think that disturbs Rebecca the most is that Jesus doesn't want to enter an evolved heart.
That's true.
Right.
How are you going to
unironic-
let the Lord into
needs-
your heart if it's not evolved? I mean,
it needs
it
to
is
be
evolved.
empty, right?
It
needs
needs
to
Like,
to
be
be-
empty.
unironically, you're probably correct though. Like unironically, like that's probably something.
Well,
I'm afraid it probably is true.
the basal organ to the heart exists before the split of protostomes and deuterostomes, right?
Yeah, and protostomes are what first, and then deuterostomes are ass first.
Yeah, that's
Soul first.
yes, that
how-
sums it
that's how
up
it's
well,
always
Leo.
worked.
I love the way
Why
Aaron
is
describes it. So there was a point where you were literally nothing but an asshole.
Why is
Totally
Andrew
asshole.
coming?
That's
not in
exactly the
stream?
video I was thinking of. Was that
Where's
video?
Andrew?
Andrew decided I'm not going to insult Andrew. He's too
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I can't do that.
I
But fuck
know
you,
it.
Gur, you stupid fuck.
Andrew was here earlier, wasn't he?
So when
Yeah,
my,
he was.
He was, but now he's
He's in-
not. And I'm like, dude.
He's in the chat.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Yeah.
So when
he
my
likes to watch.
It's
When my-
hard for
Dan
me to
and
insult
Danny.
Andrew.
Yeah, he doesn't participate. He just watches and eats the pizza.
when my
I feel
twins
bad.
were
Not
18,
a bad plan.
I explained to them that the egg splits very early with twins, identical twins, and the egg split horizontally. And my twin Dustin, he got the asshole.
I'm
I have a very
And he agreed with me. He said, "Yep."
I'm an identical twin.
Wait, really?
You all should see my twin brother. Yeah.
But unironically, you have an identical twin. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I knew you had a brother. I'm assuming you have a wonderful relationship with your brother. Well, okay, I understand that. Okay, that's all
We
you
get
have to
along
say.
all right most of the time. We've had some on again, off again stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why people have to make, a caterpillar turning into a butterfly such a hard thing, but apparently they just really want people to stay fucking caterpillars, and I don't get it. Butterflies are so much prettier.
But they don't last very long.
I did settle some things.
Way to ruin its speed.
With my brother.
No, just ruin its speed.
I did settle some things with my brother, and we cleared the air shortly before he passed away. So at least we were good when he passed away.
Oh shit!
You know what the problem with butterflies are? They just want to sin. So
That's
I mean,
true.
that's all they do is
sinners,
fucking die.
If you can clear the air with a loved one, try to do it, because they might be gone tomorrow and you're not going to get another chance. So.
That's why I try not to get mad at my grandma, because she's 91, and like when I say literally any day now, I mean literally any day now. Like I just don't know, But sometimes old Irish women just kind of piss you off,
Yeah.
My grandma.
I just want to say to Andrew real quick, arthropods rule. So you guys, Andrew and Dan are talking about arthropod embryology, and I'm digging.
When are
it.
Andrew and Dan going to do a stream together? I don't know if I've ever seen one of those.
We talked about how bugs squish their fluids around inside of them to get nutrients around at the beginning. I don't know if you were here yet, Bree, but
whatever floats your boat,
we were mentioning how bugs do it, and that they don't really have blood.
Hemolith.
Yeah. So
I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's
kind of just through their spiracles and collects oxygen directly because the spiracles are open.
Say, Bree, I have no bugs, hardly any bugs in front of my lamps this year at all for capturing bugs.
Fucking slacker.
It's so dry here that, I mean, it's amazing how few there are compared to what there normally is. Normally I have a cloud around this lamp I have out for the cats. So, what'd you say, Leo?
Can I have you say it's so dry here, but I mean this like not in any offensive way, but in your most Jewish voice?
I don't have a Jewish voice.
Like, it's so dry here.
I don't have one of those voices.
I'm quoting. Yeah, I'm doing a bit from South Park.
I have a personal question, Bree. Usually I've got frogs out by my pond, okay? But this year I haven't seen them since spring, except for last week when it was really hot. Does the cooler weather have them doing something different, and why I'm not seeing the frogs?
Well, they'll go
any idea?
dormant. Yeah, they'll go dormant if there's not enough.
You think it's the cool evenings are just driving them? They'll
go
be
in
chill?
their little hideouts or
usually
usually underwater. Though I bet they're down in your pond.
Well, I haven't. Usually they sit up on the edge, but last week when it was hot and we actually had the air conditioning running and everything, I went out and sure enough there was a frog jumping in off the edge and everything. I was a frog, And usually I sit out in the evening and there's one or two of them sitting there and they don't mind me and I don't mind them, But it's been, of course, the weather's been really weird here. So I was wondering if maybe they were just kind of messed up by it. So
yeah,
dude, why does Dan get the coolest job? I wish I could
I miss
teach
my
kids
frog
out of
dudes.
college. Of course, I wouldn't be teaching general biology, but that's still cool. I don't do biology, so. But yeah, God, it would be so cool to teach at a university.
I do have all kinds of spiders. I was watching them the other night.
Yeah.
5, 6 different kinds are running around the pond making webs, and some of the little ones that daddy long legs and whatnots too are running
Whoa,
around.
Dan's into paintball too.
I
One of the
have lots of spiders. I've got a big orb weaver behind the pond, and I had one building right by my back gate. There's big orb weavers going at it. Really beautiful webs.
I have 2 brown
garden
recluses I'm
spider.
going to release in the houses of my enemies.
Brown recluse side. Get it right.
You do live in Brown Recluse neighborhood, Leo.
Mm-hmm. They must like the corn.
Mm-hmm. They love the Brown Recluse are the real children of the corn.
Wait, do brown recluses actually like corn though? Or at least cornfields?
No, they like wood.
Okay.
Leo, I have one question. You gonna
What's
eat your
up?
cornbread?
Anytime you got a meal, buddy, you know it. You gotta have that motherfucking cornbread.
Andrew's back. Andrew is back. By the way,
Andrew is back.
Creation Myths.
friends.
Creation Myths did a video the other day and
Didn't have
hasn't
to
done one
announce it.
for a while, I don't think. But I will link that in the chat and the description.
I believe it when I see it.
It's on historical science, which
Uh-oh.
pertains to the Rebecca conversation, right?
Yeah, he went on SFT's channel and had a brief discussion with
Yeah, I watched
with-
part of that, and they just, God, it's the same shit. Oh my God.
Same
Not on
shit.
Dan's part, but
Yeah.
on their part, it's just the same.
It is.
I actually tried to do my own little conversation with him earlier, but that didn't go too well either.
Yeah.
You try a lot, Andrew. I'll give it to you.
I try a lot, yeah.
Even with the moldy bread, you try, and that's
Maybe I'm just too naive.
more power to you.
Well, we'll see if she blocks
No,
you on
it's
the
not
evolution
naive.
channel.
It's you like to try to. I talk to her a lot too. I try to get through to people, and then they either block me or for some other reason the discussion ends. But I try. I always hold out hope. So,
Yeah, Creation Myths, you've been slacking lately, and we're really upset with you. What the heck?
Can we go back to talking about spiders and how fucking cool they are and how amazing they are and how, if spider porn was a thing, I'd probably be running that industry? No, I'm fucking around.
I did some spider research because I wanted to
Spidorn.
know how did the spider get from the edge to get the web out on one of my plants, out on the island or something to get the. And then I found out, they shoot him out there. So they fire that web out there like, a Batman grappling gun, And they shoot it.
Or like,
And they start that first
Spider-Man?
ones, for the anchor. And then they go from there. And I was actually watching them do it one night. It was fascinating. It really was.
The web shoots out not on the wind or anything, but on the static electric field that
Oh, really?
surrounds the Earth. Yeah.
Wait, what? Whoa. What did you just say?
The web. It when they shoot that first web out, it goes by the electromagnetic field of the Earth, not by the wind currents or air currents. I mean, the air currents probably can impact.
You're
it if it's,
telling me that
windy.
spider silk is electrically charged?
Probably.
I mean, how the fuck can these things get any cooler, dude? Let me shoot my electric string at you. Bzzz. What the fuck?
The
All
babies
spiders
fly
are
on
Miles
it.
Morales.
Yeah, they do. It's fucking cool. I've seen it. And it really is just the coolest thing ever.
Spiders are icky.
Fuck you.
Yeah, they're icky.
I like them as
no
long as they
rat
stay
never learned
outside.
to fly. It's like bullshit. Spiders fly all over the place.
Your typical, I think they're called
the
cellar
babies do.
spiders.
Yeah.
I leave alone. I think they're called cellar spiders. Those typical house spider, the thin ones that you see. I leave those alone. I will either take outside. If I can't take outside, I will kill the huntsmans and the woods and the bigger ones that might bite you if they get in your bed, because I just don't want those in my bed. We're not I like you, but we're not sleeping together. I'm sorry. That's not a thing we're going to do.
Aww.
I want to add on to Creation Myth's most recent comment and just say, put a thought out there for every gnat or mosquito that you hate so fiercely. Thanks, maybe a little spider in your house that got a few of them.
You're muted, Mike.
Possums can eat up to 5,000 ticks in a day.
Good.
That's amazing.
Yep, that's true too.
They are badasses.
Yep. That's
I
pretty cool.
changed. I changed my attitude about them being around driving the dogs crazy.
Yep. They're
Yep.
eating
And
ticks
they,
out there like crazy.
They don't
Raccoons
get certain blood diseases like rabies. They're not prone to get because of their body temperature's too low.
Yeah, they have immunity to rattlesnake venom and a few other things that they don't get because they're pretty cool.
I have a question for you guys. A little off topic. Have you guys seen the cop slide video?
The what now?
Oh God! Oh God! I gotta hold up. I gotta show you.
Me and Stephanie watched cops trying
Hold
to catch
on.
animals earlier today. It was
I'm gonna
hilarious.
show
Yeah,
you
that was
guys
awesome.
this video.
Especially the goats.
Because
The
this
goats
video
were the best ones. They fought back.
is
I
just
like the goats.
absolutely fucking. What the hell? Why is that popping up?
I saw a hilarious video today. A Minnesota state trooper in Minneapolis here tried to pick on a Latino family in a car and arrest the driver, and the entire family got out, including the children, and they were screaming at him and yelling at him and surrounding him, and he called for 7 trooper cars to back him up, basically to arrest one little family. And I don't think he'll ever pick on a Latino family again because they get right up there and they roll together. I mean, they're close family people. It's kind of cool. I thought it was neat. It was a hilarious little video.
Did Gurr just complain and whine about Andrew not being in here, and then when Andrew comes in, he bolts?
Gurr left. Yeah, he's
He
afraid.
said he had to be right back.
It's gotta be
Don't
here.
make
be right back.
excuses for him. We're gonna.
Go.
So where else?
Excuses for everyone all the time.
Where else have you been lately, Andrew? I know you get around the streams. Who else were you talking with? Anybody interesting?
Well, I haven't been talking with anyone too lately, but I have. Or last night, and I think Leo was there for part of it too. Grayson from Based Fury did a discussion called a climate change denier. And
Yeah,
it
I
got pretty.
I watched some of it. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a good one. There's, let's see, which one is it? A climate change video. Yeah, this guy. No, not that guy.
When he said, "But it's still cooler in some places," was about the time I stopped watching.
Wait, are you talking about the climate change debate that Grayson had with
Last
atheist
night or
philosophy?
something,
Oh my
yeah.
God, dude! No, I gotta share my screen just really quickly. It's a little off topic, but dude, this is. Hold up. Let me get this pulled up.
Okay, this
Let me get
video
this pulled
here,
up.
Brian Osborne.
Oh man,
Yeah.
he's
Bible,
terrible.
the
Shit.
Bible reveals the truth about fossil fuels and
Answers
climate
Innatheism.
change. You're going to be
I-
covering that, aren't you, Dave, at some point?
That one bothers me a lot. Yeah, I
This
might.
is really a bad video. This is unbelievable.
Oh.
God says we should burn coal and drill oil, and oh my God.
Because it says so in the Bible.
Why does God
Basically,
tell
yeah.
us to do this?
What do you got going on here,
He-
Leo?
you know, verses
He has
in the
nothing
Bible.
better to do.
He dug out verses in the Bible that say, about mining something or something like that, and
Yep.
You got to make
Yeah.
it bigger. It won't be funny.
Let's see if I can
Okay.
make it bigger. How do I make it bigger? Okay, I forgot how to make it bigger. Let's see. Okay, we'll try this.
should be down in the corner.
There we go.
There we go.
Did you guys just? If there's no sound, please tell me because there's got to be sound. This is hilarious. Oh my God!
The fuck?
Dude,
Do it again.
so Yeah.
Do it again.
But hold up. This motherfucker is so unconscious when he comes out that slide. He just looks like a
Do it
Did he
again.
fall? Did he fall or something?
I don't know.
Oh, ow.
Oh, geez.
Fuck me.
Oh my God.
Oh, it almost goes over the side up the top there. It's like,
Shit. Holy shit.
Did he become a literal ragdoll for a few seconds?
Yeah, no, dude, he knocks himself unconscious in the slide. That's what happens.
That's a bad day.
Oh,
jeez.
apparently, he was like playing with kids on the park or something for like a cop day or something and went down the slide.
Oh my god.
He knocks himself out. Dude, he came out the slide so hot. The clip comes out his gun and his cuffs come off his fucking belt.
Not
Oh my
surprising.
fucking god.
Now that
Poor guy.
Brian Osborne video, if you have any idea about climate change or anything, it'll just infuriate you the way he's digging so deep in that Bible to find anything
Fucking
to
doorknob.
justify.
Send down the children.
It's safe. Send down. Should we send them down one by one? Not. Just let them go. Just let them take it. Let them eat. Oh,
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was steaming watching that.
I got a kitty.
Damn bro. And of course,
I knew
almost
it.
all Answers in Genesis videos get me irritated. So
Oh yeah.
and they do a lot of
It's a
things
kitty.
about taking the rainbow back and anti-LGBTQ. He's
How do you
always
take
got
the
to
rainbow
throw
back?
comments in. I was joking one day. I was out back watering, and there was a nice rainbow in the mist, and I was joking. I was like, I need to make a recording. Tell Ken Ham, I just took your rainbow.
You know what? One of my favorite memes is it's got the rainbow and the lightning striking it. I don't know if it's a real picture, but it says, "When God tries to smite you, but the gays protect you."
That's
Oh,
pretty good.
Ken Ham himself posted or tweeted a thing when the ark got hit, but luckily he has lightning rods on it because he doesn't trust God that much. Yeah,
Oh,
a
the
couple
modern
years back,
That's amazing.
a couple years
Yeah,
back,
well-
the ark got hit. So, well, it's in down there by Cincinnati. They get a lot of storms down there. So.
Mhm.
Because I thought you were saying in the Bible, the ark was supposed to have
I'm
lightning
sorry.
rods.
I'm sorry. No, Ken Ham's ark has lightning rods because, yeah, he doesn't trust God that much.
Oh, well.
well,
Another reason.
know-
I agree. Just
Something
this morning you had Lucifer on your channel. You were showing
Yeah.
that interview with Lucifer, where Lucifer said that one of his proudest moments was having the gays take God's symbol from him.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good.
When I was in high school, our school colors were the colors of the rainbow. When it was Spirit Day, you wore the colors of the rainbow. So lots of groups have been borrowing the
I can
freaking
just-
rainbows. Okay.
I can just see all the kids walking into school that day. Hi, how's it going, Beverly?
No, our school colors were the colors of the rainbow.
Oh my
Okay?
God! Somebody just know. This guy just know. Just please know. Just kick him out, please, for the love of God.
Oh man.
We
Oh, I have
Oh,
Derangement Incorporated.
we had rainbows everywhere on Spirit Day. It was very, very rainbowish everywhere.
What are you
this is
doing?
Wesley.
I'll be back when he's not here.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
No, I
Leo,
just
Leo,
got
don't,
Jesus
no,
to
no,
remove
Leo,
the division
don't
from your
go.
belly.
Who is
I don't
Wesley?
want to hear
You're gonna
how
have
there's
a
a
fear.
secret currency coming from Wisconsin and the
Oh,
Chinese
okay.
are infiltrating and something is happening with my anus.
So I don't know who the
I
hell
thought you
Wesley.
let him on one time.
I did, but I forgot. So
Oh,
let's see. He
okay.
says Jesus appeared to all people a fourth time, saying his promise, tell the vision, and you shall not need the mark.
He's coming. He's coming.
And what is
Now it's too soon.
$32,523 emerald
don't get it.
money?
Just don't get it in
I
my
told
hair.
you.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
He's
Okay,
coming all over himself.
Wesley, you're not getting in.
It's so
I've got
fucking
a
weird.
I've got a meme with Mary that says, "And the Lord will cometh upon you," and she says, "Ew, gross! Just don't get it in my hair."
Wesley left us. Oh, he's so sad. I can't let conspiracy bullshit in here. It's just boring.
Oh, it's
You're
far
boring.
beyond that, my friend.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh my.
Okay. I didn't know.
We should be saying
I'm
there
not
probably
drunk
is
enough
one
for that. I'm
conspiracy
sorry.
leads to another.
Wesley is always a good time.
One step away from a mud fossil.
Jesus was the first commie. Anyway, I want to get one of these flags so I can confuse my conservative neighbors. Because
Oh wow.
they'll be like, they won't quite know how to respond to it.
I mean, it's a pretty flag.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So they'd have to decide what part of it they like or don't like. Or something.
Right. They'd have to block out the right side of their brain.
They're gonna just accuse you of
what is that?
Disrespecting the flag or something.
What do they blow the
United
robots up?
States of America.
What do they blow the robots up with? A logical paradox or something? Where they,
Right. Yeah.
They tell the robots something and it
Yeah,
starts smoking and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. The smoke will come out of their ears. Like,
I gotta say, Wesley was really quick with he must be a fast typer or something.
He's got that on the cut and paste, yo.
he had it clipped. He had a clip. Anyway.
It must come from like he's got like a notepad program or something on his computer, and it's like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's
So-
pray.
We're in.
So Wesley is like Leo spray, you know, if like
Apparently.
you just spray a little Wesley on Leo and he disappears. Fuck, I didn't know. Well, that's good to know.
You can come back, Leo.
Good to know.
He's gone.
Leo takes on some folks too, so that's saying a lot when he doesn't want
that's
nothing
saying a
to
lot
do with
when
it.
Leo doesn't want to do it. Yeah,
I guess we each
who's
have our
left?
own amount of crazy that we can't deal with.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I tried to
And
avoid.
Leo was just like, I'll talk to Nazis, but not Wesley.
I mean,
I tried to avoid doing a Hovind, you know, because he makes my skin crawl.
There's
but
always something. There's a line somewhere.
sometimes you just got to address things. So. But if you notice, I didn't say his name in my entire video. So I never said his name. So and it's not in the description either. So
Wesley brand Leo spray. I love it. Shit.
it's curry cream.
I mean, I'll talk to just about anyone. I mean, you go on a live call-in show that's all about trans issues, and
Crazy.
guess what? You'll get all sorts of conversations. Thank God for the call screeners. Is all I can say. And thank God we get to make the choice as to who we're going to talk to.
it was P-Town you were talking to the other night, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did have a nice conversation with P-Town the other night. It was actually pretty
really?
good.
So Stephanie and
Yeah.
Bree, you were on a stream earlier today, and I wonder if I linked that one.
We were on Women Atheists Unload on Skeptic Haven with Maya Atkinson.
Yep.
Every conversation I've been in with P-Town, he's I don't know how to describe it. Like he's too vague or
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's just you can't get anywhere.
He won't answer a direct question.
Yeah, that's part
You
of it.
have to ask the question over and over and over and over
To
again.
be fair,
until
that's true for most grade.
Well, that's what Rebecca was doing to me, and that's why I ended up saying you're being dishonest in this discourse. And then she blocked me because I said she was being dishonest, and she was. She wasn't.
But we actually did make progress. I think, at least to some degree. I mean, I did launch into him when he said how he was trying to be sympathetic about, I'm sorry that anybody's persecuted, but Christians are persecuted too. And at which point, it's like, wait, just a cotton picking minute.
Yeah.
I might be wrong here, but to my knowledge, there are no laws anywhere in the United States of America that outlaw the practice of Christianity anywhere.
Right.
Whereas there have been laws and are laws being enacted right now that outlaw a number of things that.
God, earlier I forgot that Maya was on with you. I was trying to think of the third person. It was Maya.
If it wasn't for about one house in the way, I could see the two churches on the corner from my house. So, yeah.
Right.
It's real rough.
Christians sure are persecuted. What?
And I think it's the JW is the next one over. They put in a nice iron fence all the way around, and that is not cheap. So they are doing all right over there.
Oh, so Wesley is actually mentally ill?
That's what I would guess.
Okay, you don't want to make fun of
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do want to say, Speed, though, it's interesting. Blocked you for saying for you saying that she's being like in an earlier comment I made to her on another stream, I think the same channel. I said I was questioning her intellectual honesty like that, but she didn't block me at that point, so I don't understand why in that case.
Yeah, what I said. What did I say to her? Let's see if I can find it here.
Maybe
she's just too fed up with us at this.
My comments about her miracle video were almost exactly the same to somebody else's in the comments section, and she engaged with them, and she was pissed at me. So, I guess she has hope that you still got some Holy Spirit in you, Andrew.
Oh, she's blocked me at this point.
Her Holy Spirit radar is picking up. Boop, 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 boop. That's what she says about Gurr. She says she's got the vibe that she's still got hope for him. So.
Yeah. Here's what I said.
The radar goes off.
Here's what I said to her. But again, you are not being honest with me in this discourse. I asked you about a detailed explanation of what evidence you would expect and what would be a falsification of the hypothesis for an evolved heart. Rebecca, I do not think you are being deliberately dishonest. Possibly you are not being honest with yourself. Why won't you answer my question? Blocked. That was the end of it. I got blocked for that. Yeah. She didn't like that because the apologetic, the first rule of apologetics is you don't answer any questions. You just ask the atheist questions, right?
And you don't question it yourself.
Yeah, you don't question yourself for sure. It's like, oh my God. When they say you believe in evolution, somehow I always have a problem with that because my attitude toward evolution is I don't know so much about it that I keep learning about it. And if I just believed it, why would I be digging? Why would I still be looking?
A fair point.
It's like, belief is not a really good attitude toward a intellectual subject, right? I mean, you don't just automatically believe anything that you read. You put it all together and you just keep going.
You don't?
I don't know.
That's what Ken Ham's Answers in Genesis show is.
Yeah,
they concentrate on what the latest scientific things are that somebody just found or discovered or dug up or whatever, and then they're going, look, science is changing all the time, while they're pointing out that science is busy exploring and digging things up, and
it's so weird how it's a bad thing.
Because it reevaluates the state of things in light of new evidence. That's why it's the scientific method. Nothing is ever 100% true.
And anybody that's seen any Ken Ham slides or Kent Hovind slides or any of their clones knows they love to use stuff from science books that are like 100 years old.
Yeah.
And for similar reasons, and this may be a little bit far afield, I don't like they identify as.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that. Because I don't identify as who I am.
Right.
I just am.
Yeah, who you are.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, they.
I mean, it's to some extent, it's almost presupposing they know your identity better than you do, right? By that wording.
That's
AIG
exactly right. Or
Oh, they
want to
absolutely
define-
think they do. People like Doug.
Yeah, they want to identify your identity for you.
They are certain that
And
you
in doing
are.
so, erase your actual identity. It sucks.
They are certain that you are delusional, and they know the truth. That's bottom line.
And if you want to watch my positions on things,
Sorry,
I'll say you can watch my video. It's called "Stop It," and I tell people one of my points is, if you think you know people's better, their sexualities or different issues than they do, or with their doctors, etc. and stuff, you don't.
Yeah,
you don't. Just stop it. That's my stop it video. I addressed it all my issues, like guns. If you're not doing something about guns, then you're part of the problem. Stop it. Yeah. And I made out all my, so yeah, anybody's interested, it's a short video, and I say stop it, all the topics, and I've addressed everything. So those are my positions. If anybody wants to know, I did a video on it, so I don't have to repeat myself.
Yeah, exactly, Andrew. They identify as equals. They're not really.
And I've got a long diatribe about if you think you know better than the biologists and the botanists and the paleontologists, and I list all of them and on and on and on. And you know what? I did it without messing up on the recording. And then I ended with, you don't know better than all the scientists. You don't. So.
Well, I always find it funny that they say, like, whenever you quote an expert, oh, you're arguing ad populum, or from the consensus view, which has been wrong before, but at the same time they'll also quote experts who seemingly agree with them, although often that's quote mining as well. But there's like always a double standard.
They challenge creationists challenge dating methods until they dig up something from the 1st century, or certain centuries BC that they dig up in the Holy Land somewhere. Then all of a sudden the dating methods are fine.
So here's an
or
example.
they'll rail against the scientific method and then insist that there's not enough scientific evidence to justify your position.
Right.
And when you point out that, particularly when medical questions come up, that they insist on seeing randomized double-blind studies in medicine. There's a whole article from 10 years ago on the ethics of double-blind double-blind randomized trials in medicine, because if you know something is likely to be helpful to a patient, you are being unethical in withholding that treatment from a patient. There's a great study by, a great paper in the New England Journal of Medicine that covers all of that aspect of medical ethics when it comes to trials.
Yeah, that always bothered me. Like at the John Hopkins thing, when they give people psilocybin, they're for a double-blind study, they give the other group methamphetamine.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Wait a second.
That's bad. That is kind of shitty, actually. But
where's the ethical department on that one? Holy
I don't
crap.
know. Yeah, you think they'd get checked on that one? I think it was meth, and they may have had another thing, but it was they just wanted to, because they picked people that had never done psychedelics, so they wouldn't know, so they could get their impression. And I guess they were giving them methamphetamine. So I do
think double-blind review is good for peer review, at least.
Double check me on that. I'm pretty sure I got my facts straight, but I haven't checked. So
double-blind randomized trials are definitely great for particle physics, astrophysics, or for the physical sciences generally. But when it comes to medicine and treatment, you run into serious problems.
Sure. Yeah.
You run into serious problems when you realize that you've got on your hands what you've got is an efficacious treatment that you deliberately withhold from people who could benefit from that treatment, you are not doing it right.
Carbon dating if the Quran proved it's authentic. I'm not sure what that means. Why am I not reading that right? In the MDD debate earlier?
Daniel claimed that carbon
I've got-
dating, if the
Quran,
Quran
yeah.
proved it, is authentic. And so
I gotta play catch up. Like I say,
Yeah, I gotta check
I stopped in to make sure I saw Bree this morning and whatnot, and I missed you, Mike, the other night. I had to watch Mike late night the other night too because I was busy. So I got a couple of days of catch up to do.
Yeah, I was miss watching myself too.
Oh, and I had to duck in to say hi to Maya last night too. I was like, oh my, that's right. It's not whatever time it was, 8, 9 o'clock. And I figured I needed an eyeball break anyway. So
yeah,
it was fun going on there for a few minutes.
Oh, wait a minute. Scott's not here, so I can say
it's like
all those
having you
things that Scott said I shouldn't say live.
I had a lot of fun. We had a lot of laughs, and the crowd in there was hilarious and everything. So
I forbid it, Speed.
Okay. You're gonna be my Scott.
I'm here right now.
I mean,
we got to see Nitty's Legos. So
say Nitty, I've got a
Yeah.
Lego collection, but I throw away all the parts that aren't square blocks because I just love doing the geometry. So I throw
Okay.
away all the little man and the wheels and all that crap. I give that I put it in a box and I find some kid to give it to. So
Yeah.
So Gur
Well,
streams
that's generous.
Gur.
I used to have a
Oh,
Lego
snap.
collection, but now it's
Sure.
just
my son had several large
Good.
Rubbermaid totes filled with Legos. We spoiled him with Legos. Yeah, he was never short for building anything. We had a lot of Legos. We had
I've got a
fun.
Lego
I'll
creation.
bet you there's somewhere on how Legos were developed. That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, and I'm talking the
is.
big totes. The big totes, not them little. We had the big totes filled. The big ones that you can slide under the bed. They're about 4 by 2 or something. He had he had several of them filled with Legos.
I see what he was saying.
Speed, first of all, it's Germania, not Gerstream, so check yourself before you wreck
Oh,
yourself.
Germania. Okay. Anyway, Gur,
Make up your mind, Gur.
Your mom
Make
says
up your
hi.
mind.
You tell her she needs to come home.
Okay, I'll tell her to come home.
She needs to leave your
Germania.
sorry ass.
She's up there making me cookies right now. So anyway.
She never makes me cookies. What the
She
fuck?
makes me cookies every week.
So, Speed, what made you decide to do an atheist Saturday Night Live or whatever this is called?
Me.
Rebecca got my blood pressure up.
No, it's me. It's me.
Yeah,
Was it Dave? Or
I'm the man of
Rebecca?
I'm the man of the hour.
It's the after show for Dave.
Brian Potato is here.
Oh,
You should let
It is
Brian in.
Brian.
Brian's good people.
well, I can't find him. Where the hell is he?
Well,
Who's
if
Brian?
you
There
see
he is.
Brian, you
Brian
know that-
Boyatano.
Oh, Brian.
Yeah,
Boyatano.
Brian. There he is.
There
Hey,
he
Hey,
Brian.
Brian Boyatano.
What would Brian
What
do?
Brian
I was-
Bozano
you
do
do.
if he was here right now?
Now,
You
Mike,
do-
Mike and I.
At least
Mike
some
and
people
I-
get the fucking joke.
Mike,
Dude, everybody
Mike,
on Knox Stream was like, "Who the fuck is Brian Portano?"
Mike and I were both very
I bet.
irritated when we,
That's
When
actually
when we
that's
saw
funny.
that video,
It really
so.
is funny.
Mike and I were corresponding and saying, "Oh, this video," and I said, "I got it. I'm gonna hit it, Mike. I'm gonna do it." So
Yep.
Mike has been checking with me the last couple of days. How's that video going, Dave?
Yeah, that one just pissed me off for some reason. It's her fucking attitude. Like she knows something about this fucking issue, right? About heart evolution.
And I was
she's
working on
known
other
that
stuff.
shit.
I was working on other stuff, but sometimes something just comes up, and it's just like, and so I dropped what I was doing and I made that video. So
I guess my question is, and I'm late to the party here. I don't know the whole. I know you guys have history with bread, and God knows Jay Bundy has plenty of history.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
like over the top, warm, cordial despisal of that particular bakery. But at the end of the day, isn't, she's entitled to basically say, fuck it, I've done my best and I can't do it anymore, and it's making my head hurt, so I think I'm going to flip another coin.
I don't have really an issue with the atheist stuff.
Well,
I've never had an issue with her religious stuff, and I've told her numerous times, if she wants to be Jesus-y, go ahead, but I have an issue with pushing the pseudoscience, and I didn't attack anything about. I don't think I mentioned anything about religion. I mentioned creationists,
Stephanie,
specifically.
That is the case for her theology channel, right? And I can respect that she wouldn't want atheists there, but her evolution channel, where she's spewing garbage about science, that is where she needs to not be a goddamn echo chamber.
That's where you open yourself up to have a response.
Right. So, I mean, if it weren't for that,
and
fine.
she has, I don't know if it's the same on there, but one of her sub on the other thing is like 7,000 people. So, it's a lot of, I don't know how many people are actually watching, but there's a possible reach of 7,000 people. So,
in that case, I thanks for catching me up, because I didn't grasp that she had two tracks going on. Much like Pine Creek does.
I don't have a problem with her theology at all. We talked privately, and we agree on certain aspects of spirituality and how to conduct your life. And then she tried to convert us atheists, and she even had a special Bible camp for us. And Dave and I were there among other people. And
I got my award. See my award there. I've got my award. So.
And and I can see where she's frustrated, because she's like, she has it in her heart, right? This whole Jesus thing, and she wants to give it to us so bad, but she can keep her fucking mouth shut about science. That's all I ask.
Well, the ironic thing is, the first time,
much like Doug can keep his fucking mouth shut about trans people, which he keeps saying, I really shouldn't be talking about this, and I keep going, yeah, you really shouldn't be, because you're talking out of your ass. And plus, what possible difference does it make to you in your real life? It doesn't make any fucking difference to you at all.
Before I even started my channel or anything, she made
you guys
me
got 50,000 subbies on his fucking channel. Jesus Christ.
Rebecca made me Atheist of the Month, so I turned on my phone and I popped on her stream, and that was the first time I was on YouTube.
Really? Oh shit!
Wow.
I've never been atheist of the month. Pisses me off a little bit.
I think you need to reflect on that a little bit, Gar.
I know.
Yeah, right.
I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, that's a personal feeling.
Well, you're the kitty cat of the month. You're the kitty cat of atheists.
As far as all that goes,
exactly.
She invited us. She wanted us to participate and everything, and then she shit on us and basically said there's nothing worse than an atheist. And
that's true.
so
atheists,
it's like
atheists
we were invited, and then she called us all trolls after she invited us.
Well,
she wanted all the atheists there, and she wanted to try and convert us. And when she didn't convert anybody, I think her feelings were kind of hurt, because she really believed, maybe that God wanted her to convert us, and I don't think she converted a single one.
So do you know what's really interesting about that Bible study? I was explaining to Rebecca basically that spirituality is the same thing as Christians get, except you get rid of the belief and the dogma. And I think it was her husband that said, hey, that guy really gets it. Like, that atheist gets it. But I don't know if he knew I was an atheist, but I was trying to explain that you don't have to dwell on the exact literal interpretation of every fucking word in the Bible, because you're going to have as many interpretations as you have human beings reading it, right?
He only lasted like one show with us, though, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he went away. But
he didn't like something I said to him, and at the end there, I asked them all. I said, "Hey, I know I said a few things you didn't like, but I hope we can all still be friends, And everybody else, and like Mike and everybody was always there, and even Rebecca and everything said, "Oh yeah, we're all still." but her hubby kind of said, grumble, grumble, grumble. So I
Yeah,
knew
but
right then he
was
didn't.
a pretty.
He wasn't going to forgive me for something I said. So.
I don't think he's a yak. I don't think he believes in this literal reading of Genesis. That was the impression I got from him.
He never liked the YouTube thing because his wife gets criticized, and
right.
How can
you know, I kind of understand that he's kind of
that. Yeah.
How can anybody believe in a literal reading of Genesis?
I know. It's just
people do though.
It's like believing in Santa Claus. It's no different than believing in Santa Claus. And these are adults. I mean, for God's sake.
I'd say it's actually worse than believing in Santa Claus. It's more implausible. I think Santa Claus is more plausible than younger.
It is. Santa Claus makes more sense.
So's Bigfoot. All hail Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, yeah.
But there's just no contradictions within Bigfoot or Santa Claus for that matter.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to empiricalism.
There's a beastie out in the woods that hides from everybody because it wants to be left alone. That's plausible.
That's my spirit.
In either case, in either case, if you tell yourself the lie hard enough and long enough, then you'll believe it yourself too.
You placebo yourself.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just remember when you're knocking on a tree to a Bigfoot and you hear a knock back, it's probably somebody else knocking on a tree trying to get a hold of a Bigfoot.
And let's be honest.
And it's you may be entertaining yourselves, but
right.
You're two people hitting trees in the woods. But you know what? They're not bothering anybody. They're not bothering anybody.
And let's be honest.
You know?
Bigfoot sounds like the title of a very kinky video you'd find on a naughty website.
Those videos exist.
Or in Imelda Marcos's closet.
I've got a sign up on my gate that says, "Warning: This property is protected by Bigfoot."
Oh, that's
look,
good.
Gur, if you watched Bigfoot in my bushes today, then we're kinsmen.
That already sounds so naughty. Count me in.
It
you watch
says
Bigfoot in my bushes.
This is
Yes,
from
please.
this is from Gino's Pizza. It's got awards and everything. If you look at I don't know if you can see the back of the shirt.
Kind of.
It's
nice.
They got like award-winning pizza, and
I'm hungry now.
so yeah, can you see there? It's pizza.
Did someone say
But
that
it
I
works
was
out
eating
good on a
pizza
stream
earlier?
because all you can really see is that. So
What'd you say, Andrew?
I said I thought someone said that I was like eating pizza earlier or something. That just came to mind.
I want pizza now for some reason.
Wouldn't it be funny if a delivery showed up at all of our abodes simultaneously? That would be a sign of God's grace, wouldn't it?
When any of the folks that have moved out of town come into town, they got to go have a Gino's. So it's a kind of a Toledo thing, along with Paco's hot dogs. If you come to Toledo, you're gonna have a Paco's hot dog and a Gino's pizza. If anybody takes you out and about. So.
Speed, this is out of the blue and random and probably loaded. When it comes to compatibilism, determinism, and libertarian free will, what's your stance on that?
Determinism.
All right, my man. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Somewhat determinist. I'm somewhat a determinist.
If you say you have a question for me and you say it's loaded, my first response to you is just no.
No. Yeah, right.
That's
No.
very good.
I should have said that.
Okay. And I know that was random, but I was just curious. Yeah. Determinism for the win. I mean, I think most people who at least think about that topic at least conclude, well, libertarian free will is dog shit. I mean, I think so, but whatever.
Oh, it is. It is dog shit. But determinism, the thing is, I don't know the ending. They haven't given away the ending. So there's no spoilers here. So I'm okay with determinism. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, Gur, on your stream, Cafe was trying to get me to
do mushrooms.
Equivocate.
Or some heroic doses, probably. Yeah.
But what was it?
On pizza.
Determinism with shit. Now my brain is farting on the view.
Nitty, He tried to do what now? I'm sorry.
He tried to equivocate determinism and like predestination, basically, but it's a different word, and I can't. my brain is like,
Yeah, they are different.
Yeah, like they're talking about like maybe if it's a religious sense, it's probably not fatalism.
fatalism. That's it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed my talk.
I was
with-
getting so
Okay,
mad
but
because I'm like, no, I don't believe in fatalism. That proposes that there's like an actual end result that exists out there,
Right.
that can be known to compare what's going on now against it, which you can never
'cause-
prove that. What the fuck?
Right, and when it comes to fatalism, like you have if fatalism is true, which it may be, to be fair, but you have to take into account like quantum mechanics and shit like that, stuff on such a level that's so beyond small we can't even
Yeah.
conceive of.
Free will is so goddamn easy to understand. I mean, we're organisms that have agency. There's no problem with that physically. For physicality, we do things. We feel like we do things. We do things. I can decide to pick up my cup. I mean, what the fuck? It's not
I
that.
like what Sandhill said in the side chat. If libertarian free will exists, why cannot we yell in the library? Librarian free will. I'm sorry. I fucked it up.
Librarian free will is
Yeah.
A good one. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. I don't know. Like free will is one of those topics that I would somewhat compare to simulation theory, which is whether we have free will or not, or whether we live in a simulation or not. At the end of the day, we still got to pay the bills. We still got to stop being dicks and stuff like that. So
Yep.
it's like-
Whether you have
it's
free
whatever.
will or not, you still have to act like it, and you go to court if you fuck up.
Right. And Leo keeps
I wonder if
lighting up
animals
his
free will.
Leo's avatar keeps blowing up, but I am not hearing anything from him.
We're not hearing a
Yeah,
thing
maybe.
from you, Leo.
So
I
Leo,
don't know.
yeah, I still can't hear anything.
That's so
Yeah,
weird.
he's
or something.
yeah. No, he's not muted.
Like that's a weird thing. Like his avatar is blowing up, but
It's breathing. It's
Leo's-
alive. It's
Leo's-
alive.
So Leo's been over there losing his shit about free will. And
we can't
been
hear him.
listening to him.
Oh, sorry, Leo.
Wait, here he is.
We've
gonna-
heard of
he's
things Leo
back.
yelled about.
Nope, still can't hear
Nope.
you, dude.
Well, not
I
working.
can't hear you. I can't hear
Still
you.
nothing, Leo.
You done
I don't know
broke
what's
your
going
mic.
on.
Huh?
That-
It's
who's it?
probably
who's-
because of the free will topic. YouTube is probably or Restream is censoring
What's
him.
weird is his mic is obviously picking up.
YouTube is aware of how
But we're not hearing it.
Leo reacts to this topic and has chosen to mute him.
I
Right,
wonder if
fatalism.
I'll fuck
wins
with
it all.
Volume control. No, you're just not showing up, Leo. I don't
Yes.
fucking get it. I muted you.
I don't understand.
I unmuted you. I don't know.
You gotta go all the way out, Leo.
I don't know what it
Totally
means
out.
that I have.
Oh,
no,
there he
now
is.
you're here.
There we
There
go.
he is.
There we go. Go ahead,
That
Leo.
makes no fucking sense. What the fuck does
There
that
you
even
are.
mean? I don't know.
We hear
Anyway, I think there's a difference between talking about free will and talking about simulation theory because we know that we don't live in a simulation.
Right.
Because
That's a fact.
we know that simulations are things too.
What about
What about
future
alien
humans?
civilization?
Oh, yeah.
Well, so you're saying you
But
know
that would be
humans
universe and
having
couldn't
a
simulate it?
civilization?
Or beyond it and the simulating backwards.
Hmm.
And if our universe is a simulation, what is it a simulation of?
Right.
The real universe, duh, Leo. Don't
Simulation.
So why isn't this just a real universe?
I mean,
The
personally,
minute you try to argue that there's something that our universe is a simulation of, I can just Occam's razor it away.
Yeah.
yeah.
Leo,
that's fair.
you have to understand the answer to all your questions is 42. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, they say that. I still think
Oh,
it's 56, but whatever.
What is
No,
Occam's
it's
saving
20.
grace?
It's
That's what I'd like to know.
24. It's 24.
I thought it was 42.
24. Don't you watch
40.
SpongeBob?
Take it or leave
Don't you
it.
watch SpongeBob? SpongeBob says the answer is
Oh.
24.
Oh.
What's funnier than 24?
25.
25.
Oh my God, Nitty, I love the way that you misspelled quantums there. I don't know if it was purposeful or not, but it makes it way funnier.
Hey,
Ah,
know
the
everything there-
quantums.
It
I know
sounds
all
like
about quantum
it sounds
theory.
like a heartburn
Is that
medicine.
platoons?
Damn it.
I've got heartburn.
Do you have
any
heartburn?
Kratums?
Try Quatum today.
Bottom.
Although I will agree with Kari here that chocolate is a close second.
Chocolate
And
is the
dude, I just gotta say, I could be hired to like name pharmaceutical meds. Darfago. Tell me you wouldn't take Darfago.
You just gotta
Or
put
like-
X, a Z, or a Q in the name.
Darfagus.
Or like
Wow.
Shimpeekwu, like Shimpeekwu. Who wouldn't take Shimpeekwu? Like, why
That's
don't they
what-
hire me to
you know
come up with
what,
these
dude?
dumbass fucking names that they use
I
for
still like
medication?
Fuck It All. Take Fuck It All. Robin Williams on his HBO
Yeah.
special.
Oh, that was funny.
Fuck It All.
Fuck
That was a
off.
one. That was
Oh,
the
yeah.
one where he explained how the Scottish invented golf, and that was hilarious. That was just unbelievable. The HBO special.
Are you talking about Robin Williams?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
it was good.
hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Fuck It All.
George Carlin does the.
You have to hit a ball in a hole, but we'll make the hole smack.
Yeah, and we'll have what? How many of them?
Trees
No.
and shit in the way of the hole to make it harder to hit your ball into the hole. Dude, it's fucking hilarious.
It is hilarious.
I'd show it, but copyright.
Yeah, I wonder
George
if you
Carlin
can-
had
I
a lot of
wonder-
disdain for the golf courses. He
Can you
thought
build
they could be
those
put to
things?
better use.
Yeah, I hate golf courses.
Yeah, I feel that way about golf courses.
Yeah, I
too.
feel that way about private property.
Deconverted man's here. Deconverted man finally got off his ass and checked in.
All
Leo.
right.
Leo.
I finished my video, Deconverted Man, so you know what that means. Where's it
Say
at?
my name, say my name. When no one
Leo,
is
I-
around,
You're
you
next.
say, baby, I love.
You're next.
What's
Wait,
that?
Ooh, that's
I don't know if
Leo.
you heard,
I got
but
the-
this was news
I
to
got
me.
the book.
But Danny said that he was leaning towards Marxism. I don't know.
Well, of course he does. He hangs around Jack Angstreich, a noted Marxist.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, Leo's.
The only thing I know about
waves.
Jack Angstreich is he's a
Right?
Right?
pompous ass, right?
Right?
I don't think so.
Pompous ass.
Right?
I don't know. I think he's a pompous ass.
I don't
What?
think so. Right?
What
I'm
little
gonna-
bit I've heard from him,
I'm gonna review Deconverted Man's book. I got
He
his
wrote a
book.
book.
So
What's it called?
he wrote a book.
Right?
It's called
It's called
Caught,
Right.
Caught Between an Infinite Hope and a Finite Despair.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
So,
I got both.
Say
of
on
them.
your
I got
flashback
both
to
of
the
his
2000s, right?
He,
Right.
Hey, wait a minute. Deconverted man, I heard you gave.
Shut up while I'm
one
Talking,
free.
right?
Me. What? Fuck you.
I've done a couple things with Deconverted Man before, and we've had a lot of fun and a lot of laughs. So
Yeah,
I like doing
he's
stuff.
A funny guy. He's good people.
What the
Right.
fuck do we got here? What is this shit?
It's a
And I-
Marxist clip from the show Dinosaurs in the 90s. It's hilarious.
Oh, not the mama. Not
Yeah.
the mama.
Dude, I was watching
I
a
want to
video
watch
from.
it.
I was
You
watching
gotta
a video
play
from
this.
this. I was
so
watching
funny.
a video from. Is my bubble doing the thing again?
No,
I think
no,
it's
no,
doing
you're
the
good.
thing
No, we
again.
can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
No, it's
I was
fine, you're
watching a video from Mystery Archives where he was talking about some Belgian guy who was like a mass murderer and rapist, and this guy's painted up like the evil socialist government of Belgium was giving this man money for his 10 houses that he kept sex slaves in. So I went to Wikipedia and I read on this, and the Belgian government, socialism and communism were mentioned fucking nowhere, and that's when I said I'm not watching any videos from Mystery Archives anymore.
Fair enough.
I was also reading a
Not
book
the mama.
on that's from notes from Imre Lakatos, who was a philosopher of mathematics and a philosopher of science and a logician, and also a devout Marxist and communist. And they were talking about how, like, under Lakatos, because there were people that took like all these notes, kind of edited them into a book called the Methodology of Scientific Research Programs, which lays out Lakatos' philosophy of science that I myself adhere to. But there's a part where they're talking about how, well, Marxism isn't really, this cool thing. It's kind of bad, and it's not really science. And I'm like, you guys are fucking stupid white guys, because Lakatos was a communist? It was just strange to me. How the fuck? What? The guy was okay, whatever. Whatever, guy.
All right, roll the clip.
Okay, I'm gonna play this.
Action.
One back, one gun, 3 horns, Triceratops. Triceratops, you're unconventional! One more stunt like that and I'll have your badge!
Have this.
Just wait till the end. Just wait till
This
the end.
show is so amazing.
Coming this fall on
Wow.
ABC. Wow. A maverick cop who can't work within the system. I think that's unprecedented. Yeah.
Triceratops, Act 4. Jack be nimble, Jack be homicide.
Police! Come on! All right, scumwad, put your hands over your head! I can't, I'm a Tyrannosaurus! Maybe we should read him his rights. You have the right to remain dead.
Oh my god!
Wait for
That
it. Wait
show
for it.
was ahead of its time.
Okay.
Well, Mommy. Mom.
Police! Hold it right there! Come on! Don't shoot! I surrender. We're not gonna shoot you! We want to re-educate you! You see, son? You're just the product of an alienated economic class, lashing out because you feel powerless and unloved. You've been disenfranchised by the bourgeois power structure. That's right. I stole a car from a thief. Well, son, if you think about it, all property is theft. While the surplus value of the worker is being exploited in the marketplace. You see, when the means of production... we make changes in the shows.
Ooh, I feel this creaking in my head, like an old rusty machine that hasn't been used in a long, long time.
That show was so fucking amazing.
That's
I learned to appreciate how amazing that show is the older I get. I was like, wow.
I don't
My
even know what the
dental-
name of that show is.
My dental
Dinosaurs.
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 My
Let's look
dental
up Not the
hygienist
Mama.
name was Ramona, and in one of the episodes, there's a dinosaur that does magic tricks, and his assistant is Ramona. So whenever she would come out to the waiting room to get me, I would say Ramona, and I said, "Don't you watch dinosaurs? You got little, you got kids." So finally, she started watching dinosaurs, and then she appreciated it.
I'd never watched it. I got to start watching this. Where can I find
Gotta
it?
love. I'm the baby. Gotta love me.
So if I shared a clip from South Park, would that get copyrighted if this one didn't?
I think South Park
Probably.
That's fucking dumber than
I don't,
fuck.
I don't really
Depends
give
on
it.
who owns the right to it.
I was-
Some people police them harder.
I was gonna show the part where the Amazon box just spits that hot fire.
Oh, dude. That's so
Dude, I love that part.
It's
If it's just a clip that's less than a minute or two, it doesn't.
Yeah, I
get
don't really
struck.
give a shit if I get a copyright strike, Leo, because
Okay.
they don't. I mean, I'm not
Well,
monetized, and I'm never
speaking-
gonna be. So
While Leo was getting that clip up, I was watching that. As soon as the box started talking, I turned to Mrs. Mania. I said, "That is Leo to a fucking T right there." Everything this motherfucking box just said is Leo. All right. Good shit. Good shit. But yeah, what's so crazy about dinosaurs is, this is not a spoiler, but the way the show ends is because of the dinosaurs having control over the planet, but still choosing doomsday. They still die from their own actions, which is naturally, in retrospect, climate change. And like they bring on their own
For the Cold
destruction.
War.
It's such a fucking good show.
The ending, yeah, it's like it's so grim too. At the final
Yeah.
episode.
It's depressing, but yeah, really realistic though. And
there you go.
This is
The
one of the best
Amazon Fulfillment
episodes.
Center has been shut down as hundreds of employees refuse to work. Customers all over the state are where their Amazon orders are, as workers demand more respect and more money. The uprising started with the workplace accident.
I was a little choppy on my end.
yeah, we're choppy. Leo, pay your bill.
If it's gonna be this choppy,
It's frozen.
if you
It's
want to send it to me,
frozen.
I'll share it on my end.
Yeah, try it. Yeah,
Um,
can you try it?
Why?
I'm gonna toss you out, Leo.
What's going on?
What
happened?
It was
really
choppy.
slow and choppy.
Froze.
Like Paul,
It
froze.
was exhibiting
that's because
bandwidth
my internet
problems.
is abso-fucking-loot shit and has done nothing but go down since we've gotten it because nobody wants to fucking invest in a way better fucking router or modem or whatever that stupid fucking thing is called.
Okay, we hear you. We feel your pain, Leo.
Indeed.
I don't think you do.
The cable
Anyway,
company
Gurr
gave me
can find a scene.
Fucking oligarchs.
Yeah, Leo, can you post a link in the private chat? I'll go ahead and pull it up.
You can't just go to YouTube and search it. Just type
Yeah.
in South Park Amazon box Marxism, and it's literally the first video.
Oh, okay, that'll work.
I upgraded my modem router with the cable company, and when I took the old one in, they're like, I haven't seen one of these in a while. And I was like, are you saying I was overdue for an upgrade?
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Josh in a box? No?
Hold on. Let me get this going here. All right.
Where are you?
I should be sharing this. Oh,
Where the fuck are
here
you?
we go. Share the
I can't
screen.
find
All right,
it.
there we go. There we go.
Okay, let me see here. Okay, I got it. Okay,
All right, here we go.
roll it.
All right.
The Amazon Fulfillment Center has been shut down as hundreds of employees refuse to work. Customers all over the state are wondering where their Amazon orders are as workers demand more respect and more money. The uprising started with a workplace accident, which Amazon blamed on human error. Joining me now is the victim of the accident, Josh Carter. And Josh, how does it feel to have your accident spark so much upheaval?
You know, Tom, I think something like this was bound to happen. There's those at the top who control the means of production, and then there's the working class that enables those means by selling their labor power for wages. When there's conflict, the ruling class tries to blame the working class.
Can you get out of the box?
No, my organs have been compacted, so if the box opens, I spill out and die. I believe the working class needs to revolt against capitalism and bring about socioeconomic emancipation.
Woo! Do you get hot in the box? The customers.
Okay.
Pausing for
Gur,
commentary.
can you give me a link to that so I can post it in my description?
Yeah,
which is fair.
Is that where the kids can't get their
Why
stuff
would you
for
wanna
the
post
bicycle parade and everything?
Because it's fair use.
Why would you want to
basically.
post an episode of South Park? Okay, I see.
Yeah, it's.
I gotcha.
I use it in my shows, so. I
Yeah,
gotta
isn't-
put it-
My guy.
Isn't that the one where the kids are trying to get their stuff for
I'm not
the
your buddy,
bicycle
friend.
parade and they can't get their orders
your
and everybody's
pal.
Yeah,
sitting there?
that's the one, Dave. That's the
Is
one.
it? Yeah, okay.
That's your buddy guy.
I have a
not
my
your guy,
older
friend.
son. We had a thing where we always watched South Park, and then so with my younger boy, we kind of took over and we kind of watched South Park together. So
Good night, Andrew.
I've seen them all with my boys. So
well, the last season of South Park.
when they got older.
So Dave, the last season of South Park seems to have lost its magic since they went to HBO. Don't you think something went wrong with the last season? The current season?
Well,
I don't know. They're not
that
hitting
always-
it.
Yeah.
And they've
Whatever-
always hit it for 25 years. They've hit it right on the head, and all of a sudden they're, I don't know. Anyway,
I think it might be winding its course. You know.
no, I think the writers are just telling HBO to go fuck themselves, kind of.
Either that or HBO is the one making the changes since it's their platform that
could-
the episodes will
yeah.
be appearing on.
Yep, and they fucked it up. Yep, could be.
My favorite South Park creators stories when they were trying to push the name for the movie and they didn't like it because something they said in it. So they said, "How about bigger, longer, and uncut?" And they said, "That's okay."
Yeah.
I heard a story that there was like some sort of, I don't know if it was like Grammy Awards or Emmy Awards or whatever the fuck it was, but both Trey Parker and Matt Stone went to it, high on mushrooms.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, I didn't
Yeah.
finish. The pause is for effect. They both went to it, high on mushrooms, wearing dresses.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Oh man.
Listen to Gur acting like he was there, acting like he's some bougie
I mean,
fucking
I
socialite.
saw,
Sit the
I
fuck down.
saw it on YouTube years
Sit
ago.
the fuck down, you proletariat scum. I'm sorry. That was my father speaking. I normally don't say things like that. I'm so sorry, man. I didn't mean to offend you like that.
Well, gee.
Blame Canada.
Oh God.
And oh, so we got something else here. Kevin Smith, Superman Lives. I don't know. Can I play that one without getting killed?
Huh?
We're gonna find out today.
Oh, probably.
I have no idea what that is.
I'll find out today.
Gonna learn today.
Gonna learn.
Learn today.
This is, let's see, Kevin Smith, Superman Lives, one of
Oh, this is his like elaborate talk on how he was going to direct a new Superman movie back in the 90s or something.
Okay.
I don't think it's copyrighted, but it's a long ass story.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes, so probably not going to play it.
And this is part 1, mind you.
He converted
Oh,
me.
wow.
But I will link it in the description for everybody to take a look at. So, anyway.
To be fair, this little YouTube video here, it did make it into The Flash. Like everything that's talked about here, they do pay homage to it in The Flash. And
really?
I don't know how many people would get it. I got it, but that's just because I've seen this video and I'm thinking, who the fuck is gonna get this reference?
Why are my subtitles in some weird different language that I can't recognize?
That looks like maybe Spanish.
I don't know. I'm not sure if it is.
I think it is. Ya que dice,
Really?
yo lo hago entrar, sote mi discurso, y Lorenzo me dice que
Yes, I
cambia.
don't know. How the fuck would I know?
Yeah, it did convert.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
you're just an old white guy.
It's a fucking ant. A fucking ant just scrolled across my goddamn mouse.
Deconverted man sending you links, Mike. Now, what did we learn before?
Yeah. Fuck now. What the fuck now,
Agreed.
deconverted man? Oh, he's got the
real.
second half of the second half.
What?
Oh,
I'm worried about this ant. Where the fuck
Just
did he
always-
come from?
be wary.
Let's see.
Blame Canada.
I will link him in the description. I'm waiting for Scott to get in here so I can go watch television and eat pizza.
Where is Scott anyway?
Well, he was babysitting tonight. He's on his way home. He's supposed to be here.
Being a responsible adult.
Good old Scotty Pot.
He's got the
Yeah, there you go.
he's got the grandkids, and grandkids always take priority.
Bad Dragon? Really? I'm gonna search for Bad Dragon.
Bad Dragon.
Uh-oh.
I didn't search.
Wait,
for
wait,
this.
wait a second. What did we?
Mate, you might want to make that like kind of an anonymous search.
Oh fuck! I did search for this.
Go
I
to Google
remember now.
incognito if you do.
Clear
Holy
your
No,
browser.
no, speed. Pull it
Holy
up on the stream as you search for this. It's okay. You can trust me, Speed. You can trust
Holy
Deacon
fucking
Birdman,
mother
alright?
of God. What the fuck? Jesus. No. Oh my God. I should have used.
What is it, Speed? Tell
I'm
us.
not telling you. I'm not telling you. I don't know. I'm showing them to your mom now. I don't know. She might be interested.
You son of a bitch.
You'll have to get it. You'll have to get it on your own
You
browser
fucking
history.
Dude, you all missed the mom joke I dropped on Jill earlier. Oh my God, it was solid.
What'd you do? What'd you do?
He said something, and I was like, "Yeah, whatever, buddy. Your mom was." I woke up to your mom ripping dick dingers off my foreskin. All right, bud.
Oh, no.
Well
Keep your
done.
hands off my scoop.
Well done. This is from from your great auntie. Well done.
Yeah. No, I can't. I keep my Germania mom jokes clean. So anyway.
Yeah, you're better at keeping your jokes clean than you are at keeping my mom clean.
That's right. There you go. I didn't say it. You did.
You people are filthy.
What is this?
You've
really
got potty
free?
mouths.
What the fuck? Don't search for Bad Dragon. No, never search. How in the fuck did Bad Dragon bring this shit up? What the?
I don't know. He did
What
that
the
same
fuck
thing
is
to me
wrong
one
with you
time.
people? What the?
Thankfully, I didn't share the screen when I showed it, but yeah. I was
Oh
like,
my
what the-
god! I'm not gonna do Bad Dragon with blue waffles.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It's just I don't think it's YouTube friendly.
No, it ain't.
Are you banned? I don't know. Hey, listen, go over and ask Bread of Life to look up.
Oh, evolution. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
See how that flies.
In an argument about evolution, just drop that.
I'll say,
All right,
Rebecca,
all right,
you
all
can
right.
trust
Here's
me.
evidence that it's God. Just
Right.
Google Bad Dragon.
Yeah. I'll say, Rebecca, you can trust me. Search this up on your next live stream, but don't search it up until you're streaming and share the screen. Bad Dragon.
I was there the day the guy exposed himself, and Rebecca had to start
Oh,
pre-screening
no,
people
no shit. Somebody did that on Rebecca?
Yep.
twice. And
Wait, did
what was
what?
funny was
What?
when it happened, she went like this.
Natural reflex. I understand that.
It doesn't work.
Wait, somebody porn bombed her?
Yeah,
They,
so
they
No,
popped
they
on, and
bombed.
as soon as they were on, they stood up and dropped their pants. Yeah.
Yeah, so they porn bombed. Like that's just called porn bombing. And she just put her hands in front of her own personal computer camera.
Yeah, she went
Yeah,
like,
What
yeah.
a fucking
it was adorably funny.
That's like sticking your head in the sand. You know?
But after that day is when you had to start showing yourself
Yep.
your face and everything backstage first.
Yep.
I did like twice, and then she never made me have to do it because like she knew who the fuck I was.
We were all having fun with it after a while. For like the week after, I was, I don't have all my clothes on. Can I still get on? Yeah.
Oh man, you guys.
Yeah. Well, she didn't realize at first because it was like a full panel,
Right.
So on I think she's only got her little laptop in front of her, so it's got all these little tiny squares, and at first she didn't even realize, and by the time she realized, I think people even in the chat even noticed before she did.
What in
So yeah,
the fuck is wrong with you, deconverted man?
some people just got to show it for some reason.
What is this?
Oh,
The fuck is that?
he's got Rick rolled.
I got Rick rolled. Thank you, deconverted man. I haven't been Rick rolled. I haven't been properly Rick rolled for a couple months now. So anyway, oh my god, that was
gonna give you.
So that's why I say I like doing stuff with deconverted man. They'll always have some good laughs out of it. So it's always good.
So how much do I got to pay you guys to get out of here?
You invited me.
I know.
Are you becoming Rebecca now? You invite me and then you're kicking me
I'm
out.
gonna block all you fuckers now because I want to watch Netflix.
Yeah,
All right.
probably gonna be heading to bed here myself, but
Yeah. Speed's gonna be like, you know what? I get Rebecca now. Just block these assholes.
Tired of y'all.
Block, 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 block,
You and your bite this T-shirt. What coming on here with all that?
I wear a white T-shirt.
Somebody. Oh, Midnight stopped in. Midnight. Yeah, Midnight always stops in when I'm ready
Hello.
to shoot it in the head.
Oh, you're about to
Hello.
end? Sorry
Hey, look,
for
it's
me.
daylight. How's it going,
Yes.
daylight?
It's midnight.
It's going well. Hello.
It's actually 22 past midnight here. Anyway.
You guys want
I'm
to see a
actually
really
glad,
funny
man.
meme?
Hang on, I'm actually glad this works because usually Restream never works for me.
What's it say? These stores are perfect.
I want everybody to read it before I actually scroll
Hold on,
down to the
well, I
picture.
can't see.
Jesus.
Well, then look at your fucking screen.
These
Live-
drawers are.
live bait.
I didn't read the
Keeping your
punchline.
bait fresh. Yeah.
Show me the punchline. These drawers. I still can't read it. I got
God,
my-
you're
These
fucking
drawers are
stupid.
perfect for keeping your
keeps-
bait fresh.
Yeah. And then he's got live fish in his bottom refrigerator drawer. That
And
was
there's-
supposed to be
oh my
funny.
God.
Right.
But y'all are blind, and I guess me and Stephanie were the only two that actually saw the fucking meme. So good
I gave
points for
my-
us. We have good eyes, except I don't.
Hey,
'cause I
I'm
wear glasses.
blind.
Midnight's brightness.
Oh
I-
God!
I
Oh.
gave
Hey,
I gave my
I'm
wife
visually
some of my
impaired.
I gave
All
my
right.
wife some of my water plants to put in her little garden pond out front.
Oh,
And
nice.
she says she's got a fish in there. So there must have been a baby or something stuck to one of the plants I gave her. And
Happens
she's
so
got a little
much.
fish swimming out there. So
Wow. Okay.
if you ever want to know
Nice.
how easy it is for fish to, get transported, it's just that easy.
Oh, it says, "Do not click." I asked you not to click.
Oh, The red button game that goes on for like 15 minutes of just it's fucking hilarious.
It's tragic.
Do
It's
not
tragic.
click here. I like it. Oh fuck! I love doing things I'm not supposed to do.
Hey, Maya's in the side chat.
Hey Maya.
I just
We just hit
remembered that little red
230
button.
subs.
I did that back in like 2007.
I know we kept Speed awake all this time. We're feeding him with adrenaline
Cocaine.
by bringing up Rebecca
and
every time
now-
he starts falling asleep.
And now he's going to pay us to all go away, which is really great.
Yeah.
It's a sweet gig.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
you.
that's what Brian Boitano would do.
I got my video.
Yo, you and your joke.
I got my video done, Maya. and
Just
it's
mad because you
posted,
ain't got
so-
no jokes, Midnight.
Oh,
Ooh, sick burn, sick burn.
Midnight
sick
can't get
burn.
burned. He'll just reflect all the thermal radiation back into space.
No. Actually,
Oh,
I can
lying.
get burned. That's why That's why I bought a.
Oh, that's right.
UPS
Well, you have
shirt.
to wear one of them weird ass umbrella hats anytime you literally step outside, even when it's cloudy or nighttime.
Where's Scott? Scott, get your ass in here if you want to take over. You could run this thing for another couple hours.
Yeah, we're gonna keep you awake, Scott. Buckle up, buddy.
Yeah, 'cause I gotta go.
No,
Guy.
I'm going
Suck
to
it
bed,
up,
guys.
Buttercup. Except
I gotta go
Bree's
watch
going.
Dark Winds. So,
Darkwing
You took too
Duck.
much melatonin, Bree.
Darkwing Duck.
I got.
Darkwing Duck.
I'm about
Switch to
ready.
Indica.
I'm about ready to get
Let's
some
get
blood flow.
dangerous.
If
My-
there's trouble, you can call
My
DW.
butt needs a little blood flow.
oh, look at this bullshit. Oh yeah, okay. I trust
You made that sound really bad, Dave.
I trust you,
My
deconverted.
butt needs
man.
some blood flow, man.
Do you know what I would
Some
say
serious
if like
need
a
of some
woman came
blood
up to
flow.
me and said my butt needs some blood flow? I'd be like,
So
I'm
many things.
this is what I would say.
I'm your guy.
I'm secure. I'm secure in my sexuality enough to say my butt needs some blood flow.
What the fuck?
Hey, look, some
Yeah.
people like getting pegged. You know, they're about that.
Yeah, are you?
Weird
are you
ass
one of
life.
those people?
No.
Are you sure?
Women are my favorite guy.
Women are your favorite guy. Okay.
Oh my God, Midnight doesn't even get that. He hasn't seen the video.
Not more video.
I am
If
gonna
you
head
never
out.
die,
So I'll see
women
you
are
guys.
my favorite guy. Sex.
Okay,
I'm wanting
bye.
more.
All right, Nitty.
Tell the
I
world.
know. I'm probably gonna.
Good seeing
Probably
you.
gonna jump too.
If-
So
I'm
Bree,
gonna
if you're
jump
leaving,
too.
Get that
So-
green step.
Yes.
I thought they
Hey,
told us
Mike.
not to jump when everybody else does. You're not
Well,
supposed to do that.
before we end,
I'm jumping.
thanks.
I might
Yeah,
jump
thanks
it.
for the help and everything, Mike. And
Yeah,
yeah, I always appreciate
Mike,
everything you do for me and everything.
yeah. What?
Mike. Guess what day it is?
no, but before you jump, I just wanted to sing you a little song. I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. You could cut ties with all lies. I thought I was the one singing, and now it just got so fucked. It's not even funny.
Oh, you fucked up.
I mean, Bree
Okay.
was a great backup singer. I don't know what the fuck Gur was doing.
Shit.
We-
You want to go, bro?
We're
Sing
gonna
off
shoot
tomorrow.
her-
Be square.
Shoot her in the head. We're killing it. We're dying. We're going.
We're all dying, Speed.
Hey,
Yeah, we're done.
good seeing everybody in the chat and everything, and good talking with all you.
Goodbye, cruel world.
No, but Speed, seriously.
Always
actually,
fun.
one more thing.
Seriously, I'm going.